with my first COVID, I haven't tasted anything.
Yeah.
But my second one, I could, and I think that was so weird.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I heard all kinds of stuff. I've been looking for COVID since it came out. I'm sure it's around. I think it's running from me.
COVID?
Yeah,
You
COVID.
don't want COVID.
He said you don't want COVID. Uh, well,
People die.
no, I think you're missing. I think you're missing my point, DJ. I'm not saying I want it. I'm saying if it was everywhere, like everybody said, I would have got it by now. Don't you think?
Oh, I misunderstood.
That's all
Okay.
right. That's all right. I'm saying I never got it. I'm not sure where it's at. I'm just being silly. So, hey, DJ, why don't you do us a favor? One day you should call your uncle on three-way so we can talk to him.
But he don't have TikTok.
Well, you need to tell him to get TikTok.
Uh,
Huh?
okay, well, here's the thing about that. I don't think he have an iPhone.
All right. Well, then you need to. All right. Well, check it out. How about this? You call him. You call him, and use your phone, so he can talk through TikTok through your phone. You know what I mean?
Hey, brother Andrew, what's up, bro? Yeah, I don't think that will work.
All right. Well, hey, how about you just try? Let's just try it. Not right now, but in the future.
Are you trying to get me in trouble?
Trying to get you in trouble by with who?
My mom.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Go talk to your mom. Not right now, but go talk to your mom.
No,
Well, I'm just saying. I'll tell you what. Just do what you can, man. Just let your uncle know that they're.
It's gonna be 1 minute. It's gonna be 1 minute. Andrew, did you change your picture? I really like the other picture. Did you change your picture back? You changed your picture. Andrew. I know Andrew from the other line.
Ah. Okay. Oh, okay. You're talking to someone in the chat. I didn't know who you were talking about.
Andrew, change your picture back.
Oh.
I really like that picture, man. Change it back.
All right. Let me see. All right. Oh man, what I do? There we go.
Wait, huh? I don't get it. I was a kid. Oh, how old? How old? If you don't mind me asking.
Who are you talking to, DJ?
And Andrew.
All right. Hey, DJ, check it out. We had a good talk. We're about to get on with our Bible study. So if you can hit mute, I would appreciate it. And we're going to start getting into... Do what?
I was about to drop down. I'm about to drop down. I don't want to come in and say hey.
Okay, yeah, go right ahead. We appreciate you coming up anytime. Hey, next time, bring your uncle with you.
I started right now.
All right, bring your uncle with you next time.
I don't think I can.
All right, we'll try to.
They're gonna be busy.
All right, well, tell them to take a day off.
No, I mean with the nurses and doctors.
Ah, okay. Well, tell them to do it for them. We'll figure it out. Let me see.
I don't know.
All right. Have a good one.
You were 30. Wow, I'm 30 right now.
All right.
I'll be 31 in September.
DJ, go ahead and mute, buddy. We're about to start on our Bible study.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, bro.
You're good. All right. We'll see.
Everybody have a good day.
You too.
Everybody have a good day.
You too. Later.
I'll see you tonight, Andrew.
All right. Man, I don't know why I can't. How do I mirror? Hey, you know how TikTok gives you an option to mirror the screen. I just realized YouTube, I don't see.
Both. You mean like show the front and the back at the same time?
No, mirror it so you can read DeScaled properly, bro.
We see it properly, bro. You already.
No, on YouTube.
Oh, I don't know about no YouTube. I've never gone live on YouTube, bro.
I just realized that. I think it's been backwards this whole time.
I don't think it really matters, bro.
Yeah, you're right. It probably doesn't. All right. What's up, man? Y'all ready to finish this off?
Let's finish it. Let me just tell you this, bro.
Yeah.
Remember that picture I sent you last night of all the coins?
Of all the coins?
That debate and all the coins that these people got, right?
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the thing, they had $2,000 each, bro.
God. Oh, my God.
$2,000, bro. $2,000, bro.
Arguing about something. Arguing about something with no Lavelle at the end. Like
nothing. No whatsoever.
No
nothing.
Edification at all. That's crazy, man. But hey, guess what? Everybody works for their money, and if they want to take it out of the bank and burn it with the lighter, they can. So everybody can do whatever they want. I mean, I hate to say this, they'd be better off gambling. They might win some money, you know. But
yeah, but you know what it does is it becomes a competition. Like, this person ends up with more coins.
Yeah,
they were right,
no, I know. Hey, let me tell you. There's a couple of people that I know, and I'm being dead serious on this. There's a couple of people I know, and I didn't even know, dude, that this. You know how we hear about addictions? You hear about addictions, people being addicted to things, right?
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
I'm not saying I didn't know that gambling was an addiction. No, if you were to ask me, hey, is gambling an addiction? I would say, yeah, it can be. That's like one of the known areas that people can get addicted to. Yeah, 100%. But I didn't know that some of the people are addicted to because, okay, first of all, let me back up. But I learned that one of the things is winning, but it's false winning. They get addicted to false winning. What I mean by that is, they'll play a game, and they are gambling. I don't care if it's $20. If they win $5, they really believe they won something. So what I'm saying is, let's say they put $20 in this machine, and they lose all of it except for like $1. And on that last dollar, they win $5. They really think they won something.
Yeah, false equivocation of winning.
Bro, I didn't know it was like that. Like I understood other aspects of gambling. I get it. But I know a few people, and there's one in particular. It doesn't matter what it is. They can gamble on anything. They will spend $300, $400, $500, $700, dude. And at the end of the day, they're like, I won twice. And you're like, oh, shoot, you won twice? What did you win? Well, the first one was $85 and the second one was $200. I won $200. I was like, what? Wow, that's cool. I was like, how much did all that cost to play that? They're like, oh, well, it was probably about $500, $600. I was like, hold on. I was like, so you won $900 or $1,000? They're like, no, I won $285. I was like, you didn't win nothing. You lost. What are you talking about? And they'll get mad at you. They got mad. And I was being dead serious. I said, hold on, let's go over this again. You spent, just to make it easy, you spent $600. And at the end of the day, you won. Like the game is telling you, you won $300. but you actually lost 300. So you won 300 of your own money back. So at the end of the day, you're out $300. And they're like, yeah. I said, you didn't win. They're like, no, yes, I did. They're steadily trying to explain to you that the machine went off and they won. And I go, no. So anyway, I mean, the conversation didn't last very long. I just kind of went in a circle with them once or twice, but they are addicted to that. Like, that's why they go back. So the machine can call them a winner. Bro, it's bananas. So anyway, I'm saying all that to say this. That's what I do on TikTok, brother. That's what they do.
Exactly. Oh, it's about the false win when you really didn't do anything.
Nothing happened. No, nobody knows. Nobody knows you're on. Team so and so. Whoever nobody knows that you're on that team. Nobody knows. Like, people in the comments know, but bro, when you get off TikTok, nobody even knows what you just did. Like,
let me tell you something funny, bro.
Yeah.
So one time, and I know we can move on, but it's just funny how it's so high school. TikTok becomes so high school, ridiculous.
You got to be careful.
But yeah, there was a guy they were having a conversation. One was talking about I think it was about Mother Mary or something like that. Another guy was like, no, everybody's sinless. So I sent him like a gift, like a GG or something like that, like whatever, a heart. And the other guy was like, I seen you sending gifts to him when I was debating him. We're supposed to be friends.
Bro, what?
I was like, bro,
what?
So weak, bro.
Bro,
no,
what?
That's crazy. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Listen, man. I understand the gifting thing. Wow. Oh my God, dude. If I go on someone's live, throughout, during the day, if I have time to actually go on someone's live, I'm going to gift somebody on there, but that's just to help the algorithm out. I'm not gifting because, like, bro, man, wow, that's, it's all about the algorithm and things of that. I'm not giving people $50, $20. Like, I mean, I'm going to give coins, but it does help I've looked into it. It does help your life. Okay. So that's why I tell people all the time, even if you go on someone's live and you like their content, like for instance here, bro, if you just gift one coin, like one, it's still going to help. It may help the algorithm like 1 millisecond. Like it may send it to like one more person, but it's not about trying to win anything, or I don't know. I think it just turns kind of.
Yeah. If you just comment, I mean, the comments help.
The comments help.
Coin,
yeah.
Everybody, shooting a coin out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does help. I'm not gonna lie. Liking the live, those are the 3 things that really help.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, these people go crazy, bro. For somebody to supposedly earn $2,000 in a matter of 1 hour, bro, for debating, it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
And nobody answers each other's questions, right? That's the funniest part of all. It's like the Christian asked the Muslim, well, who's the king that rode the donkey into Jerusalem? And then the Muslim will answer, completely ignores the question because he knows it's messed up. And then the Muslim will ask the Christian the question that he can't answer. He'll completely bypass the question. And this whole time, people are like, that's my guy. That's my champion right there. That's my champion.
It's my champion.
They're sending them crazy.
Yeah, bunch of overgrown kids, man. Hey, it is what it is, though. It is what it is.
Hey, I seen old boy had like 205K on his thing for coins, man. I went to Googling and seeing how much that was. Is that what it was, Dre? 2,000? Is that what he'll receive?
Yeah, so you gotta whatever amount of coin somebody has, you multiply it by 0.01. It's basically a penny per coin. So you multiply 2,000 by 0.01. That's $2,000. Dog made $2,000.
Anyway, I'm not sure how we're still talking about this. It was funny for 30 seconds. So let's just.
I just came in on the back end. I had to give my 2 cents.
Oh, my bad.
Now you good.
My bad. I need to send you a couple. I need to send you a couple coins. I need to send you a couple of coins, bro. Brenda said negative 60%. TikTok takes 60%, bro.
They take. I think they take actually 40 is what I think they take. 40%.
Ah, well, I guess we'll agree on half. They take. Oh, so that guy don't get $2,000. He gets $1,000 then.
Jude, stop it, Jude.
Well, because it's all about the winning in 225. Jude, that's what I'm talking about, Jude. Thank you, Jude, for speaking facts. Emmanuel 7 said China takes. Yeah, not TikTok. He said, nah, bro. TikTok don't take half. China takes half. Oh, that's too funny. So true. That's why China's always winning, man.
In that comment, they'll send you all kinds of coins.
If what?
If on the panel, she said that all the Cowboy fans would be dropping her parts and giving her coins for that.
Oh, okay. I get it. Well, either way, Trot, that's why TikTok is engineered. Hold on, I missed some comments here. Guest? What? Oh, Brenda said for creators, they limit how much you can withdraw a day. I bet. Trot, that's why TikTok is engineered the way it is. Oh, yeah. All right, so, hey, somebody got something to say before we get into it? Anybody?
I didn't know you had Mike Garcia up here. That's what's up. What's up, Mike?
Mike in the house.
What's up, my brothers?
What's going on, man? You over there pushing dirt or what?
Yes, sir. Moving the earth.
Moving the earth. Ooh, he said moving earth, man. Looking for them gems. Hey, Mike, I need you to come to my property, bro, and level it out, bro. How much you gonna charge me? I need you to fly in to do it.
I'll just come out and hang out, bro.
Hey, it's approximately 5 acres. How long will it take you to level 5 acres?
Depends on like what you got going on, man. You ripping out hills or you just leveling a flat ground?
Nah, it's pretty much flat. Like if you were to just look with your eyeball, bro, it's just like some areas are probably a foot lower than others. Like it's not really a whole bunch of hills. It's just like a few feet difference here and there.
I wouldn't imagine it'd take that long, man. I don't know. Maybe
I need
a day's worth of work.
Yeah, obviously leave the house there, but everything else, and the two big. So I got a big tree in the back. Obviously, I don't want that knocked down, and then I got some big. My tree line is against a creek, so I don't want those. But I will say this: that sucker needs to be leveled. Get it ready for building a house.
Hey, Trot, when that baby come, you're going to have to get rid of your little man cave, bro.
Bro, I know. It was pretty bad, bro. Listen, bro, she was only like 10, 11 weeks, bro. And she was like, hey, so I was thinking about putting the crib right here. And I was like, hey. I was like, hey, listen. I was like, we still got a few months to go. I was like, she's like, hey, I just think all this needs to go back to the front. Hey, remember it was in the front? Remember all my studio stuff was in the front of the house?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I told her, just let me leave it right here. And she was like, nah. She's like, just put it in the room. I was like, all right. So I put it in here and I said, hey, I kind of like this. Bro, all of a sudden, bro, she's like, hey, I think we're going to put the crib right here and the thing. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. I was like, what about my table? She's like, just push it all the way against the wall. So I'm like, all right. So I kind of move it closer to the wall. She's like, nah. She's like, we're probably just going to take that table out. Bro, you know what she brought me to put all my stuff on, bro? You know what she brought me? She brought me huh?
One of them TV tables?
Yeah, bro. Yes, that's what she brought. She goes, hey, can everything fit on this? I was like, can everything fit on? I said, that thing can't hold more than 5 pounds. I was like, no, everything. She's like, no, it'll all fit. I was like, I don't think you understand what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying to have like room. I'm not trying to be, and bro, she wasn't playing. She was dead serious. She's serious. She's like, oh, okay. Well, I was like, that ain't going to work. She was like, why not? She was literally like measuring stuff. All that would fit right here. I'm like, bro, that thing is like, I'm not kidding. It's, I don't know, like what, maybe 1 by 2? Like, bro, you know, I don't know. It's like hardly nothing, no room at all. Anyway, hey, does anybody have anything to say or discuss before we hop in and finish 12? Yeah, 1 Kings 12, which is Rehoboam's middle finger. Anybody?
Yeah, Chart, I changed my answer, man. It'll take me 10 seconds to do 5 acres.
Yeah, there you go. There, now you're talking, bro. You must have a Glock. Like you're a dirt pusher. Must be made from a Glock, bro. All right. Anybody? Nobody got nothing to say other than Mike? Talking about pushing dirt. All right. Well, apparently.
Something.
Okay, who is that? Jess, what's up?
Good morning. Okay, so I've been thinking about this since you said it yesterday, and I'm just trying to like wrap my mind around it completely.
Okay.
So is whenever God tells Moses, "Why are you asking me? You have the rod in your hand."
Mm-hmm.
So could you explain to me, like, so are we not supposed to ask God for things, or could you help me break it down to where I want to write it down? I was driving yesterday and I couldn't really.
Yeah. So, okay. So let's say, I'm just going to make it real simple. Let's say I had a Bible in my hand. Okay. And you said to me, hey, Trot, matter of fact, why don't you, let's act it out. Let's act it out. Okay. All right. Here's the Bible. So now tell me, hey, Trot, give me that Bible. Tell me.
Hey, Trot, give me that Bible.
All right. So here it is. All right. So did you take it? Let me know if you took it or not.
Yes.
Okay. So, all right. So do you have it?
Yes. I have the Bible.
Okay. All right. Now ask me for it again.
Trot, give me that Bible.
Okay. Now, if I looked at you like I was confused, would it be my fault or your fault?
My fault.
Why?
Because you've already handed me
Okay.
the
So
Bible,
why,
so
so why are you asking me for something I've already given you?
I don't know, because I'm not. I got it. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So if we cry out to God, listen, from a unsaved person, listen, unsaved, a person is not saved. Do they have Christ?
No.
Okay. So why are they crying out to God?
I have no idea.
Because
they need God?
Because they want to be saved, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when that person becomes saved, has God given them everything they needed?
Yes.
Okay. So when they go crying out to God again, does God lie to them with them and say, yes, you still need something from me? Or does God say, why criest thou unto me?
He says, why criest out to me?
All right. So now let's go back to your question. What was your question?
Why did God tell Moses, why are you asking me? You have the rod in your hand.
Right.
So it's because he's already given it to him. He's already given him that authority. So now he just needs to use that
Okay.
authority.
So why is Moses crying out to God? That's the question. After he's given him the rod, why does Moses cry out to God? Why?
Because I don't know why he's crying out to him, because he's giving it to him. But
No. What is telling him to cry out to God? What?
his flesh.
There you
His
go.
flesh.
Yes. We need to learn to notice when our flesh is lying to us. Your flesh is lying. God has already given you everything you need. Our job is to figure out how to use it, not to keep crying to God.
Amen. Okay, thank you.
All
I'm
right.
thinking about that and thinking about it. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. So, but when people hear this for the first time, they harp on their feelings and they start saying things like, no, but it's good to feel. And so now here we go again. When we go back to about that, our emotions are real. Okay. And then there are these things called irrational emotions. Steph, don't attack me. No, we all got to deal with this, Steph, Jess. We all got to deal with this. And the sooner we figure it out, man, the better you are for it. The sooner you figure it out. It's not easy at first. Matter of fact, we've been told for so long that your feelings are good. It's okay to feel. That's why we go back to them. We always resort back to them because it's easy and we understand how to do that. But as soon as you learn that your flesh is lying to you, as soon as you learn that, this is where freedom comes. This is when a person starts to become free instead of being held down, because the flesh, all it does is want to do its own will. It doesn't want you to have faith and believe that you already have what you asked for last year or whenever you got saved. It wants you to stay in bondage. It wants you to stay in this area that you are in lack. The Bible makes it clear that when you are saved, you are no longer in lack. You don't lack a thing. It's your flesh that's telling you you lack. And then we make the mistake and say, oh, I still lack. Okay, God, I need you. And you believed your flesh again. And here we go again. And here we go again. It only happens when people get sick and tired. Sick and tired. When you get sick and tired of being in this state of motion and crying and just this defeat, you can see it. You talk to people, they're defeated every day. Does the Bible say we're conquerors or not? Are we conquerors or not conquerors? Which one is it? Anybody?
Yes.
We're not conquerors? Huh?
We're more than conquerors.
Okay, there you go. We're not conquerors. We're more than conquerors. But you got people being defeated every day. Why? Because they're not understanding that we are spirit, soul, body. That's what we are. Spirit, soul, body. And your flesh, which is your body, your earth suit in this world, it does not comprehend God. Don't you understand? It doesn't comprehend God. It's your spirit that comprehends God, and your soul can hear both. Your soul can hear what the Spirit is telling you, which is the rod of God, Christ, the authority of God. Your soul can hear that. But because you're a baby in Christ, when you become born again, it's easier to listen to the flesh. That thing has been raising you your whole life. And then now you think you're going to come in here and tell your flesh what to do. It's going to tell you, no, you're not. That's what it's going to tell you. You're not going to tell me what to do. And so here's the battle. So how do you get there quicker? I say it all the time. Fast. Tell your flesh, I'm not going to feed you food. If you want to learn how to tell your flesh no, it starts with physical food. I'm sitting there telling you, until you do that, you're going to be defeated every time. Tell your flesh no. And then the next day, tell it no. Now, if you've never fasted, just do it for one day. That's it. And I'll be honest with you, the first time I fasted, it wasn't hard to do it for one day. I'm gonna be completely honest. I can feel the temptation, like, oh man, I can go eat this or I can eat that. I can feel it there, but maybe my stomach was like, hey, you know what? We need a break anyway. Maybe that's how it was. I don't know. But I know that second day when I woke up, Bubba, the fight was on. That second day I woke up, I was like, bro, I can eat me about 3-4 eggs right now. And I'm like, you know what? But I'm going to say no. So lunch came around and I was like, bro, I'm hungry. I need to take a nap. So I took a 30-minute nap. Bro, that just made it worse. I woke up, I felt like I was starving. So we started getting into dinner and it's like I caught my second wind. I'm like, oh man, I'm good. But when about 10 o'clock came that night, oh bro, I was like, I better go to sleep right now. I can feel it. I can actually feel this super temptation that I better eat right now or I'm going to die. And so we get into that third day in the morning. I don't recall if I was super hungry in the morning or not, but I know by lunch that Bubba, that third day for me, man, that was hard. I mean, it was pretty darn hard. I ain't gonna lie. And the only reason why I made it through is because I just kept telling my flesh, no, I'm not gonna eat. It's not gonna happen. But when the first time you start telling your flesh no, I'm sitting here telling you, it will laugh in your face. You don't tell me what to do. Your flesh will literally tell your soul, you are not going to tell me what to do. You ain't never told me what to do. I've raised you since you're a kid. It's not going to happen. And you're just going to have to stand your ground and say, nope. And when you start noticing that you can tell your feelings to shut up, when you learn with food, because what you're doing is you're forcing yourself to feel. You understand? You're forcing yourself to feel. You don't want to wait. You don't want to wait until a hard thing comes in your life. Make yourself feel. Make your flesh feel something. And I'm not saying hurt yourself. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying the way to be prepared to battle is to tell your flesh, hey, I'm not going to eat today. And then go ahead and after you do it for one day, eat. And then wait a little bit, do it for 2 days. I'm telling you, when you get to that third day, you'll see what I'm saying. Some people, it takes 4 days. You know, it's a little different for everybody. But for me, I'm telling you, in that evening on that third day, I felt it. I don't know how to explain it other than my body was making me believe I was starving. But I know it's lying. Those are feelings. The truth is a human doesn't start starving until a couple of weeks. That's when your body gets in this stage where like it's trying to like take calories here and there, you know. So when you know the truth that 2-3 days of not eating, you are not into starvation phase. So when your body says, I need to eat, no, you don't. The truth is, no, you don't, is what I'm saying. The truth is you're not starving. I'm not saying that the feelings of you being hungry is not there. No, they are there. But your feelings are lying to you, meaning that if you don't eat in the next hour, you're going to die. It's not true. You're not going to die. So then you'll start teaching yourself how to listen to what is true rather to your feelings. That's why I talk about this all the time, is because people's feelings kick their butt. And you're over there blaming Satan. Satan ain't doing nothing. He's in China. There's only one of him. We got to go over that. We shouldn't have to go over that. But if we do, he's not omnipresent. Satan is not everywhere, guys. He's not omnipresent. He's not God. Okay? Our carnal mind is the seed of Satan. So the way Satan is, we became children of Satan, meaning we have our own will. But he does attack, and so do his goons. Okay, listen. Steph, yes, the attack comes from your carnal mind, though. So again, Satan is not omnipresent. So there's only one of him. If he's in China bothering someone, he's not in America bothering someone. This is what we this understanding is very important to understand that. Sitting here blaming Satan and not understanding that the way Satan thinks came through the first Adam, which is our carnal mind. So when the Bible's talking about, or when we as Christians say Satan is attacking us, guys, it doesn't mean that the actual presence of Satan is in your living room. Out of all the billions and billions of houses in the world, he's in your living room. No, that's not true. Is it possible that you happen to be the one human? Of course it's possible. But when you're talking about Satan attacking you, guys, it's your carnal mind, the seed of Satan. That's why Jesus called Peter, he said, Satan, get behind me. He's talking about the carnal mind. So if we say, well, how do you not know that it was the actual Satan? Look, guys, if you were to ask somebody, is Satan omnipresent? There's a lot of Christians that want to believe he is, but it's not true. Now we're going with feelings and facts again. You know, it's our flesh. Yes, it's our flesh, the seed of Satan. Yes, Steph. And I'm not just talking to you, Steph. You ask questions all the time. I'm just going over that because there's probably other people thinking the same thing. So our flesh, our carnal mind is the seed of Satan, not Satan himself. There's only one of him. He's outnumbered, guys. He's outnumbered. With Adam and Eve, it was Satan and just them two. Don't you understand? He's outnumbered. They do not outnumber us. The Bible tells us in so many ways that there's more of us than there are of them. They're outnumbered, okay? So it's our flesh that continues to cry, and we say it's okay. It's okay to cry. Not when it pertains to the things of God. If you're already saved and you have the Spirit of God living on the inside of you, what are you crying out to him for? And that's why this is all the way in the Old Testament. We're in the New Testament and we're still crying out to him. No, we're doing that because of habit. We're doing that because people get saved and nobody's discipling them. Don't you understand? There's not a lot of people discipling other people. They're just saving a whole bunch of them and leaving them in their feelings. That's why we're supposed to be discipled, so we can learn how to decipher what is telling us the truth and what is not. That is a huge part of discipleship. Is your feelings are lying. They're lying to you. It's our feelings that say, oh, well, I'm not in peace. Well, maybe I don't have peace. God, give me peace. And he gave it to you when you were saved. But no one's discipled the person. That person has not been discipled. It's a very weird time that we're in. There's so many people. So if a person gets saved, watch, and this person had no one to disciple them about their feelings, okay? And then this person goes and saves someone. Well, how can that person that was not discipled, how can they disciple another person? Only a disciple can make a disciple, guys. This is the laying on of hands. Is a disciple discipling. The Bible did not say, go ye and converts. That's not what the Bible told us to do. The Bible did not tell us. The Bible did not tell us to go ye and make converts in all the world. But that is what people are doing. They make converts, not disciples. And when a disciple starts discipling people, all the converts get mad. All of them. Okay, my bad. Little finger. Sorry. What are converts? Let me say this real quick. A convert is when a Christian goes and say, hey, have you received God? And that person says, I thought about it. I think I need to. And so that person gets saved. But no one ever disciples them. And then that person goes and saves someone, but they have never been discipled themselves. So how can they disciple? That person is called a convert. A person who got saved and was never discipled. That's a convert. They've been converted. They are saved. They've come to Christ. It's true, but they did not disciple anyone. They were not discipled. They were not discipled themselves. Therefore, they can't disciple anyone. Only a disciple can make a disciple. You cannot give something to someone that you don't have. If you don't have it. So you can give Christ. Yes. Thank people being saved. This is not about that. It's the truth is God said, go ye and do what? Make disciples. He did not say make converts. That's not what he told us to do. It's a lie. So let's move on to little finger. Let's move on to all right, I'm just catching up on let me see. I long for discipleship. Oh, trust me, I know. I'm with you, Steph, 100%. I know, 100%. I know exactly what you mean. And that's why DeScaled became a thing, because I noticed it. Nobody's making disciples. Everybody just going around making converts. They sit around at a table and they read scripture and they say, oh, look, we're fellowshipping. We're reading scripture. Oh, yeah? Who's doing discipling here? Oh, well, nobody discipled. So nobody discipled none of y'all. Y'all just reading the Bible. Guys, look, it's not about, is it wrong to sit around and read the Bible? No, it's not wrong. But let me see. is lagging for anyone else. All right, somebody's complaining about lagging. Guys, is there lagging?
I'm not getting.
You're second earlier, but it hasn't in a while.
Okay. All right, so let's get into Brett. What's going on, man? You've been quiet. I'm just saying hi.
Oh, you're good, bro. I'm kind of under the weather right now, so I'm listening.
Okay.
I had to call in. Did I hear you say? Is that what I heard?
You're cutting out. What'd you say?
Did I hear you say earlier that Satan is in China? Is that what you said?
No. I need to quit using that. Okay, he could be in Ireland. Okay. I don't. What I'm saying is, you know. I know. Yeah. Well, I'm clarifying for other people, maybe. You know, if Satan. Do what?
You went from Buddha in China to Catholicism in Ireland.
Hey, maybe people need to hear it. Let's see. Sometimes God uses you to plant seed and someone else waters it. Yes. Yes. Exactly. That's still discipleship. 100%.
So one question, Trot.
Yeah.
About those converts that's not being discipled.
Yeah.
Could that go back to the parable of the sower and the wheat and the tares?
Yeah, absolutely.
If they're not being discipled.
Yeah, absolutely. They're not being discipled, so they easily fall into other things, just like Jesus explains. Yes, 100%. Mm-hmm.
I thought Satan was in Apollo, in the seat of Apollo over there in Switzerland by the Geneva Convention. That's what the Book of Revelation says.
Oh, is that what it says? Oh, okay. All right. Hey, well, I'll tell you what. Whoever has the Spirit of God in them, let them read the Book of Revelation and expound on it. How about that?
All right, I got you.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's get into 1 Kings. We're going to go to chapter 11. We're just going to recap on 11 so everybody understands in context, right? Talking about black letters on a white page. The story is very important. These are real people. You know, the more I talk about parabolic and allegorical truths, the more people I meet that do not understand what that means. Look, in this world that we live in, a parable and an allegory, 99.9% of the time, it's all fake. It's a fake story that someone is making up, meaning the people are not real. But in the Bible, the parallelism and the allegorical truths are happening in people's real lives. They're not fake stories. So when people hear me describing some of this, I've had a lady got mad and you know, this was a few months ago, and she was like, "Those stories are real." And I was like, "Who said they weren't?" "You did." I said, "I did." I said, "The story, you said it's a parable and an allegory." I said, "Also, ma'am, also, not only." And it took her 5 minutes or more to calm down. And I mean, these people stick their foot in their mouth so fast because they don't understand what you're saying. They have no idea what you're trying to convey. They literally think you're saying that these people were not real. And once you tell them, you know, when I finally got her to the point, I said, "Do you understand what I'm saying? That these people were real." "Okay, then it's not a parable." I'm like, "Yeah." But anyway, again, after 5 minutes, she understood what I was saying. And you know, and she's like, "Well, this is the first time I ever seen." I said, "Well, you know, other than that, I don't know what else to tell you. But the one thing I don't want you to say is that I'm saying that these people aren't real. No, they're real. That's not what I'm saying." But it took 5 minutes. She had no idea what I was trying to convey at all. So it happens. So with all that being said, I'm saying that to say that that's why we're discussing this, going over the story in its black letter, white page context, because it's very important. The story is very important. So in 11, this was, let me go to, okay, in 11 is where we see that Solomon, or a matter of fact, where does it say? Yeah, at the end of 11 is where Solomon dies. But before Solomon dies, basically there's 10 tribes given to Jeroboam and 1 tribe given to Rehoboam. And remember, Jeroboam is the servant of Solomon. And Jeroboam, the servant, his whole focus is people. His focus is not God. His focus is people. And so what happens is, you know, God lays, it's real weird, but he lays a snare, if you will, for Jeroboam. And, you know, okay, before I get into that, Jeroboam obviously is being rebellious. So Rehoboam, which is the son of Solomon, he goes and talks to the elders, and the elders tell him, hey, if you become a servant, the people will follow you. And he's like, I ain't trying to hear that. So he goes to his younger friends, and the younger friends say, hey, you know what you need to tell the people? You need to tell the people that you're going to be, you know, tougher than your dad. And so the phrase that they used, and I'll just read 10. This is 1 Kings 12:10. And the young man that were grown up with him spake unto him, saying, thus shalt thou speak unto this people that spake unto thee, saying, thy father made our yoke heavy, but make thou it lighter unto us. Thus shalt they say unto them, my little finger shall be thicker than my father's loins. And Jeroboam and all the people came to Rehoboam on the 3rd day, because remember, he said, hey, come back on the 3rd day. Why the 3rd day? Anybody? What's significant about the 3rd day in the Bible?
Is it a foreshadow
Yeah, a foreshadow of what, Jess?
of the resurrection?
Yes, and we're going to prove it once again to the naysayers. Hey, one story at a time. We're going to prove it again to the naysayers and to the blinded and to the undiscipled fools. We're going to prove it again so you can stop kicking against the pricks and start receiving understanding in the word rather than staying on milk and you're a 50-year-old person. Makes no sense. Now, I'm talking about in the spirit, guys. I'm not saying 50-year-old physical. I'm saying you've been saved for 50 years and you're still sucking on a bottle. Something's wrong. For anyone to say that something is not wrong, you're either being intellectually dishonest or you're lying. One or the other. All right. So we're all there. Listen, let me say this. If you think that I'm saying that all of us are not in the same boat, you're still not understanding what I'm saying. All of us at one point or another, all of us were a Christian for, I don't care if it's for 2 years. I don't care if it's for 3 years. Okay. If you're a Christian for 1, 2, 3 years and you're still sucking on a bottle like you've never even tasted meat, and then someone asks you, hey, what do you call meat? And then what you're calling meat is still milk. I don't know who's discipling you. Who in the world is showing you this stuff? All right. So 3 days. Yes, 100%. It's a foreshadowing of Christ again. And I'm going to show you how. For those that have ears to hear, let them hear. That's what Jesus said over and over. You either understand or you don't. And you know what? God did not go hold the disciples' hand crying with them because they didn't understand. What he's saying is a person with a contrite heart, you'll dig until you understand. And if you don't understand, nobody, let me make it real clear. Nobody is going to be able to go to heaven and blame God because they didn't understand. Nobody, my friend. Nobody. And that's what people think. People think when they hear this stuff, well, God didn't reveal that to me. No, my friend, your flesh did not reveal that to you because flesh and blood cannot reveal this to you. And you're trying to get it revealed through intellect. You think if you study only with your brain that you're going to get it. I'm telling you right now, Paul, the apostle, studied more than you. Don't you understand? Paul, the apostle, studied more than you, and he didn't see it until he met the word. And then now here's the, oh, so you're saying I'm not saved? Let me make myself clear. If you cannot see this, I'm not saying you're not saved. I'm saying you need to ask yourself, what is holding you back? And I'm going to say it's pride, okay? And if you don't understand what pride I'm talking about, I'll tell you exactly what pride is hindering you from seeing this. The pride is called Leviathan. In the Bible, in the book of Job, they're called the Leviathan. And it says that he is the father of all pride, and his so close together that air cannot penetrating, meaning it cannot be God. Understand, God cannot breathe himself inside. You have to open up and allow him to enter. So that's why when Ananias, by the way, whose name's Grace, put his hands on Saul of Tarsus' eyes, it says it was as scales fell from his eye. He became descaled. He lost his pride. If you cannot see what I am telling you, my friend, it is your pride. Something you are allowing yourself not to see what's being said here. There are too many people that understand this. And for you to say that everybody is just faking it till they make it, my friend, it is you that is kicking against the pricks. And every time you come against this truth, you are coming against Christ. And I'm not talking about coming against Christ like you're an antichrist. No. You're probably saved, but you're still full of pride and you can't learn nothing. Okay? Make it very clear. I'm talking to anyone that is claiming that they don't see this. Anybody. I don't care who you are. Okay, Dad, if you're watching, love you. But if you say, my dad does understand some of this though, but I don't care who you are. It's so evidently clear. If you're using the Spirit, it's true. And we're going to go over it again. I don't know why this is probably the fifth 500 story that we're doing this to. And it wouldn't be here. It wouldn't be here. Let me see. Daniela, I think maybe. Are you to say you are saved, you are not God? Okay, well, maybe you're a Islamic believer. I'm saved because I have Christ living in me. I'm not, maybe you're an Islamic believer. I don't know. All right, so, all right, let's go to, all right, so we read 10. 11 is where he says, I'm sorry, 10. Yeah, 10 is where he says, my little feet shall be thicker than my father's loins. Somebody look up that word thicker, and somebody look up the word loins.
Oh,
yeah, somebody look up thicker, somebody look up loins. I'm a Roman Catholic. Danielle, are you saved? Roman Catholic person, are you saved? Does Christ live inside of you? I think that's a better question. Probably not saved, I guess. Yep. All right, y'all find anybody? So is somebody working on the other one, or do I need to do it? Let me see. Is anybody even on the panel? Y'all listening?
All right, we got thicker. Thicker means.
Go ahead.
Abba. It means grow. Thicker, to be dense.
All right, to be dense, right? Grow thicker, to be dense. All right, so let's look up, loins. I don't know. It looked like Jess got a phone call or something. Somebody, Jess, you still there? Jessica?
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I did somebody find it? I did get a phone call. I apologize.
No, you're good. Don't worry. It happens to all of us.
Here we go. Matnayim. It is to be slender, properly, the waist or small of the back.
All right. Wow. Okay. But it does say the waist to be slender And it is talking about the loin area, right? The Bible tells us to gird yourself, talking about girding your loins. Do you remember when Jesus washed the disciples' feet? Did y'all not see how he girded his loins? How it says he wrapped the towel around them?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
On and on, we see this girding of the loins. What is the armor of God? Does anybody remember?
Like, are you asking like the breastplate of foundation, like all of them?
Yeah, all of them. Obviously, there's one specific one that I'm talking about. Which one is it?
Gird your loins with truth.
Okay, gird your loins with truth. So now Paul tells us what our loins are supposed to be girded with. Well, there's two in the Bible. You have Christ, who says, believers in me, out of their belly will flow rivers of what? Living water. What is living water? Truth. Meaning that their other belly, right? Which is your feelings. Talking about irrational feelings, guys, irrational emotions. If you don't gird your loins with truth, you'll follow your feelings. Don't you understand? Yeah.
The armor of God, the belt is the truth, which is what you gird your loins with.
Yeah.
In the armor of God.
Yeah. In the armor of God, yeah. The belt is truth. So watch this. Look at Moses. Moses did not gird his loins with truth, which was in his hand, the rod. He didn't gird his loins with truth. He didn't believe the truth that he already had everything that God gave. So instead of believing the truth, his other belly, which is Antichrist, okay? It said, oh, Moses, you should be afraid. Look at all the Egyptians coming. And he's like, yes, massa, I'm going to be afraid, massa. Yeah, if you don't understand that your flesh treats you like a slave, if you don't understand that, you will follow that thing everywhere it takes you. Because we're talking about loins. Gird your loins, meaning tell your flesh to shut up and let truth speak. Let wisdom speak. If Moses would have slowed down, he would have been like, you know what? Nah, I got this. He would have walked over there and put that rod over the water. But instead, the flesh cried and go, so what does he do? Oh, God. Listen, your flesh God, listen, guys, God does not hear your flesh God. You need to hurry up and learn this as quick as you can. You think when you go cry to God with your flesh, guys, he does not recognize that. If you are already saved, all he sees is Christ in you. He doesn't see all this flesh stuff that you're doing, all these backflips, and you're thinking you're getting God's attention. He only recognizes his son, period, the end. And so we are supposed to tell his son, who is our servant, what to do. When people say, how dare you, how dare you say that Jesus is our servant? Now we got to go to all the scriptures where Jesus said, I did not come to be served. I came to serve. But when people read that, they don't believe it. They go, oh, wow, look how kind he is. But nobody wants to tell him what to do. Nobody wants to tell him what to do. And he said, I came to serve you. Nobody, oh, how dare I? Let me just cry and beg him. Cry and beg him? This is why you're defeated. Because you're not allowing yourself to believe something that is too good to be true. It is. I'm with you. It's too good to be true that God himself said, I'm here to serve you. And instead of you recognizing that it's actually humbling, it's humble. You have to humble yourself because it's your flesh that's like, oh, let it be far from me that I'll believe that I tell God what to do. Then it's your pride, my friend. That is called pride. It's the opposite. Telling God what to do is not prideful and arrogant. telling him what to do. A person that would tell him what to do is someone that believes he's the one to serve us. It's not the other way around, but it's twisted. When someone says, well, God is my servant and I'm going to tell him what to do. When you agree that God is your servant, when you agree to that, the flesh is it says, oh no, whoa, who am I? You're right. Here we go again. Who is your flesh? Nothing. But it's not your flesh telling God what to do. It's your soul. Your soul is telling him what to do. It's your soul that's been saved, not your flesh. Your flesh, where your feelings are, it hasn't been saved. All right, I'm saying all this, talking about loins. So here in 10, 1 Kings 12:10, my little finger shall be thicker than my father's loins. What does that mean? What does that mean? I gave you the story in context. We went over it yesterday. What does that mean?
He's saying his pettiness is thicker than his father's loins. Pettiness is my little finger.
Okay, what now? What?
And the Strong's, it says pettiness or little finger.
For little finger, right? But I'm talking about right now, I'm talking about thicker loins. Thicker loins. What does he mean when he says thicker than my father's loins? What does that mean?
That's what he was saying. He was saying his pettiness is going to be far greater than his daddy's. His
all right.
load is going to be that much heavier.
Okay. All right. That's what it sounds like. Black letters in a white page. That's what it sounds like. But doesn't the Bible tell us that that Jeroboam is doing what the Lord is telling him to do?
Yeah.
Okay. So it sounds like he is saying that the workload's going to be more, right? That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
But doesn't the Bible tell us? Let's go look at it. Doesn't the Bible tell us right here? Right here. Let's see where it's at. Remember, guys, we went over 11 and 12. We went over it. Let me see. Where is it at? Man, I don't understand what that. I don't know what that popping is in there. That's weird. All right. Let's see.
You move your head kind of fast. It does that, bro. So
yeah, I don't know what it is clicking. I'll figure it out. All right. So it's probably right here. Just give me a second to find it. All right. So in 18, it says, then King Rehoboam sent. Does anybody know who Joram is?
Is it one of his officers?
Well, you're at a question with the question. Does anybody know who
what now?
12:18. There's a person's name in there.
Oh, 12:18.
12:18. 1 Kings 12:18. Who is Adoram? When you find out who this man is, you should understand fully what Rehoboam is saying.
Oh, wasn't he the Oh man.
All right, somebody look up his name. Somebody tell me what his name is.
Yeah, I'm there right now.
All right.
Wasn't he like
my Lord is exalted?
he
Yeah, he was an officer. He was his officer.
Okay, prove it.
That's what I was.
Prove it.
I'm looking at it.
All right.
Strong's. It's an officer of Rehoboam and David.
All right, where's he at in the Bible other than here?
You can find him in 2 Samuel 20:24.
I don't know. Look it up.
Yep.
Look it up. Look it up and tell me who this man is. Try to find him in the Solomon stories, bro. Let me know what this man is doing. Hey, and what does his name mean in Hebrew?
He was over the tribute. He was the.
Hold on. Time out. Go look up that word tribute. Go look that word up.
He's a royal minister, bro. He's like
Go look up the word tribute. Go look up the word tribute.
It's a burden. Burden causes.
Okay, so he was a physical master.
Yes.
Okay, so watch this. If Rehoboam is saying that my little finger shall be thicker than my father's loins, if he's saying, if people think that he is saying, I'm going to make your labor harder, why would he stone him?
To make it harder. Oh. Labor harder?
No, that was this guy's job, is to make labor harder. That's his job.
Nah, the people did it. They was mad.
Okay, so look, watch this. Israel stoned him with stones that he died. Therefore, King Rehoboam made speed to get him up to his chariot to flee Jerusalem. So why would this man be unalived? Why?
They were displeased with the advice. They were displeased with the answer they received after 3 days.
Okay, so after 3 days, they stoned Adoram. They stoned him. Okay, look at 15 said, I'm sorry, not 15. Okay, yeah, 15, I'm sorry. So 1 Kings 12:15, wherefore the king hearkened not unto the people, for the cause was from the Lord. So did he not hearken to the people for his own sake or because of the Lord's sake?
The Lord said.
Yeah, the Lord ordained.
Okay, so this is the Lord doing this. So look, it was the younger man advice that he listened to. The Bible is making the Lord is, how does it word it? It says, because, okay, for the cause was from the Lord. So this was from the Lord that this happened. He calls for Adoram, who was over the tribute, and all Israel stoned him. So now the main taskmaster is stoned by all the people. And this happened on the third day. Just look at the picture here. On the third day, the taskmaster was stoned by the people on the third day. Yes or no? Does it happen?
Yep.
Okay. So here when it says, what? 11:10 says, my little finger shall be thicker than my father's loins. So his father is King Solomon, and his loins, our loins are supposed to be girded, right? Supposed to be girded, our loins. And he said,
yes, sir.
Okay, and he says, my father, he says, my little finger. Who's orchestrating this? It tells us in 15 that because it was from the Lord. Is the Lord orchestrating this or not here?
Yeah.
Okay. So if his loins are going to be thicker, stronger than his father's, it means he's going to be able to his emotions more, not less. That's God's little finger. That's the little finger. Carnally, it looks like that this man is going to put more onto them. Look, who is he in charge of? What tribe is he in charge of?
Judah.
He's in charge of Judah. And him and Benjamin are together, and there was going to be this battle. It was going to happen, bro. Okay? It was going to happen. TL Rouser said, sounds like Law and Grace to me. Yes, 100%. That's why Adoram was stoned. The works. On the third day, nothing was earned because of works. Not works that made this happen. It's not a coincidence that on the third day, the taskmaster was stoned. It's not a coincidence. Sorry. Not a coincidence.
Right there, boy.
Not.
Hey, that's too good.
Bro, on the third day, the taskmaster captain was stoned, brother. And it was stoned because the man that was in charge of Judah, who was with Benjamin, it just happened to be these two becoming one on the third day. And the old people, right? Watch this. In the desert, who was the people that didn't believe they could enter the land of Canaan? The older people, right?
Yep.
The younger people believed that they could. It's the younger people that destroy the taskmaster. The younger generation, the generation of grace.
Boy, you know how to find some Jesus in there, don't you? Boy?
Yeah, oh, Jesus everywhere in there. So what it looks like that he's going to put a bigger burden, the black letters on the white page. That's how it's played out. But when you're looking for Christ in the story, he put himself in there. Only a scaled over, hardened heart, scaled over, non-discipled person is the one that ain't going to see this. Period. Sorry.
Hey, Truck.
Yeah.
Truck.
Yeah.
That's so good, brother. The taskmaster, we know the taskmaster was until Christ.
Right.
Okay, on the third day, the taskmaster was slave, and Adoram's name means my Lord is exalted.
My Lord is exalted. Not the law, my Lord. Not the law, my Lord.
That is a trip. That's amazing.
Yeah, so
I see it all the way, brother. That's beautiful.
yeah, okay, so watch this. How many things that you have to twist to make it say that? Bro, nothing's twisted. Like people say, oh, well, you twist it. Bro, no, look at the order. It's all right there. Again, man. So when people are reading the black letters on a white page, all you got to do is picture Jesus saying, you seek the scriptures looking for life, but they contest of me. All of it. It's all about him. It's all about what he was going to do, because the reason that the battle didn't take place is because it wasn't time. It wasn't time, brother, for that battle. It wasn't time, man. When Judah and the rod of Joseph, which is Benjamin, when they come together, that's when it's going to be time. And it is, and it's now is the time right now, because Judah, the king of Judah, and Benjamin frame, those rods have become one, but because of Benjamin is the point I'm making, because of Benjamin. So the little finger where he says 10, my little finger shall be thicker than my father's loins. It's talking about that his loins are going to be more dense, more stronger than his father's. That's what it's talking about. But he said, my little finger shall be thicker. The finger of God. This is all pointing to the shadow, the finger of God. That's what it's pointing to. So the black letters on a white page, even though these people are real, what we're talking about is Christ in the story. So when people get confused and they're like, well, further on, you see out here about. So anyone that's confused or holding a toy gun, shooting at me, putting a target on my face, calm down. Look, you just need to be DeScaled. Okay. Use your heart to read the scriptures and you won't hate your brother. You'll start loving your brother instead of hating them. Okay. Everybody can't see what you do behind closed doors, but your words make it very clear that you hate those that don't think like you. And that's not, listen, we're one body, one spirit, one body. So this whole idea of trying to cause separation, you know, people in this earth, you can get away, right? You could tell somebody, oh, well, if I love you, I don't have to be around you. Now I want to hear you say that in heaven. Let's see if that makes sense in eternity. Hey, Lord, you know, I love them, but I don't want to be around them. Well, y'all are all one body. Like, what do you mean you don't want to be around them? That'd be like this person, this earth suit here saying that you're the finger, the index finger over here, and the other person's the index finger over here. One body. Oh, but I don't want to be around them. So I'm gonna stick my arm out over here. Eventually, y'all are both gonna have to pick something up. So what are you going to do? While everybody's picking the rock up and you're this finger, you're going to stick your head out like that? Well, I don't want to be around that one person. That's how foolish you look. See, it doesn't look foolish. It doesn't look foolish in this world because everybody understands, oh, well, they don't want to be around that person. It makes sense here with your flesh, but in your spirit, it makes no sense. You're not going to be able to intellect God and try to somehow justify why you don't want to be around another person. All that does is show how immature you are, that you're trying to talk to people about who you don't want to be around. Well, if I love them, I don't have to be around you. That's not love. I don't know who lied to you about that. When we get to heaven, that is not going to be a true statement. If it's not a true statement in heaven, if that person didn't slap you in your face, if that person has not done anything directly to you, nothing at all, then you hate your brother for nothing. You hate your sister for nothing, which is called murder. Don't you understand? You're murdering people in your heart and you don't even realize it. It's called murder. I shouldn't have to bring up the scriptures that talk about that. But if you hate your brother for no reason, oh, but I have a reason. Listen here very carefully. The reason that you're claiming, the reasons that you're trying to use to hate, if the person is saved, it's not a reason. You're intellectualizing. You're trying to make it a reason. There is no reason, my friend. There is none. Again, I'm going to say it. When the great day happens, whatever you want to call it, and we're in heaven with the Father, and we're all one body, I would love to hear you try to convince God how you don't want to be part with that person over there. You may be able to fool humans with that nonsense, but God's going to tell you, you need to grow up. He's going to tell you, you need to take your thumb out of your mouth and quit sucking on it. You're an adult and gird yourself like a man, just like the Bible says. Gird yourself like a man. You're allowing your belly to destroy you. You're allowing your belly to, all you're doing is you're letting people see how immature treated. That's all you're doing. We are all one body, one spirit. And if you're not telling people that we're all one body, one spirit, but rather staying away from that topic and trying to teach people that it's okay, you don't have to be around them. You're teaching people to hate is what you're doing. Now, I understand if someone stole $1 million from you and you're like, I just can't trust that. I get that. I understand. But if no one is affecting you but it's your feelings that's affecting you, then that's your feelings. That ain't got nothing to do with that person. You're destroying your own self. And I see it in physical churches in the world. I see it in small groups. Guys, when you hear me say small groups, I'm talking about physical and electronical small groups, okay? I'm talking about all of them. It happens in small groups all the time. We're like, well, I just don't want to be over there. And, you know, I'm just not going to talk around that person. And you need to grow the heck up. Like for real. You're destroying yourself. You're not discipling anybody. All you're doing is making other people believe that it's okay to act like a child, like you. I'm not going to be around this person. I'm not going to be around. Adults don't do that. Adults don't say, oh, I'm going to be around. No. Listen, we are all, the whole purpose of this, what I'm saying right now is that we're all one body. We're all one spirit. And if you hear somebody crying or upset for no reason and they don't like somebody, what you need to do is you need to tell them to grow up instead of allowing them to confuse you that it's okay not to be around guys. No, I'm telling you right now, it's not okay. That's them justifying, trying to intellectualize, like outsmart you, that this is why I don't want to be. How do you see through that junk and say, hey, actually, you know what? You need to grow up. What do you mean? Well, I don't want to be your friend no more. Oh, wow. What a big loss. Another child don't want to be my friend. Listen, if you don't treat people like this, you're not helping them and you're not helping yourself. You need to be assertive when you see something that is wrong. You need to make sure that what you're thinking about is right. Hey, is this right for a person? Is this right? Eventually, the answer, and you tell them it's wrong. I'm not talking about your feelings. I don't like the way that person said that. You said, you said that if I agree that something's wrong, to tell them, and then you listen and you're like, you're in your feelings. That there's nothing wrong with what that person did or said. You're in your feelings. You're wrong. That's who you're telling who's wrong when someone's acting like Moses and crying about every little thing. Guys, we're all one body. Our body is edified when you edify, not when you tear down. You tear down other brothers and sisters. That is not edifying. One body, one spirit. We're all one. There ain't no false prophet in this panel that's a false prophet. This is scriptures. People are twisting scripture to make you believe that there's a false prophet. Guys, what does the Bible say? Who is a man of God and who's not? Does anybody know the verse that says those that claim that God came in the flesh? Let's go to that. Let's go to that scripture real quick. Where's that scripture? Does anybody have it memorized?
I'm trying to. What does it say exactly?
Where it talks about it's really talking about like
First John.
I think it is. Is it First John or Second John? No, it might be First John.
Second John.
I've heard people.
Second John. I think it's Second John, like verse 6 or 7.
I've
One
heard
of
people
them.
pray in
There's
church
two different
like,
ones,
Lord.
I think.
I've heard people in church pray like, Lord, when I go to heaven, make sure you put my mansion only around the tongue-speaking Christians. I don't want to be around.
Oh my Lord, yeah. Put me around these kind of people. What kind of hateful? Oh, I have not heard such a hateful. Listen, man. Oh my Lord, listen. Leave now, dude. So childish and hateful, man. I've never heard such hateful. You know, let me say this. If you think that someone has to use vulgarities or they have to scream or they have to yell to be hating or to be aggressive, guys, we need to go over what aggression is. Rolling your eyes is aggression, guys. If you're talking to someone and they roll their eyes, that's aggressive. Okay? Then you get into passive aggressive where like, somebody is talking about someone else and then there happens to be someone that does not like that person. And they're like, oh, I just don't want to talk whenever you're talking about that person. Guys, if you don't understand that that's being passive aggressive, if you don't understand what that is, you'll never recognize it. Oh, no, I love them. I just don't want to be around them. That's a shot, guys. Okay, it's called throwing stones. The person is not trying to be nice by saying they don't want to be around. It's passive aggressive. It is very aggressive to tell someone, hey, can you not? I don't want to talk about that person. Don't even bring that person up to me, please. Guys, that is called passive aggressive. That's what that's called. It ain't being nice. People are such liars. All right, let's go to.
Looks like it's 2 John chapter 1, verse 7, probably 8 and 9. I'll read it if you like.
Yeah, go ahead.
For many deceivers are.
Hey, hold up. Hey, hold on. Let's read starting at 6.
Okay. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning, you should walk in it. For many deceivers are entered into the world who confess not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh.
Okay, hold on,
This
right
is
there.
a
Hold on. So what do deceivers do? People who are deceivers, what do they do?
They confess not Jesus Christ has come in the flesh.
Right. So if someone is confessing that Jesus Christ did not come in the flesh, that's a deceiver. But if someone is confessing that he came into the flesh, the person's not a deceiver. It says it right here. It's so easy. But these people, they're such a hater. And I'm not talking about the slang word hater. I'm saying these people hate. They murder their own brother and sister for their own personal reasons. And they twist these scriptures saying that person's a false prophet, that person's a deceiver. It makes it very clear what a deceiver is. An Islamic believer does not believe that. They don't believe that.
Well, try. Let me ask you this.
That's a deceiver.
Just to clarify, like, so what if somebody does confess that Jesus Christ did come in the flesh, but then they're like, bro, you can like fornicate, you can go sin. Like,
No, I know. But right now we're just hitting this. Hold on, we'll get to that in a minute. But right now it says that a deceiver that we heard from the beginning, it said, who confess not that Jesus Christ has come in the flesh. This is a deceiver. Okay, go ahead and finish reading, Benny.
This is a deceiver and an antichrist.
Oh, okay. So hold on. So now this person is just not called a deceiver. They're called an antichrist, a person who does not confess that Jesus came in the flesh. So if you're talking to someone that's saying Jesus did not come in the flesh, and they're acting like this and they're trying to teach you, well, then they're a deceiver. It says it right here. But if somebody says, yes, Jesus did come in the flesh, they're telling you the truth. They're not deceiving you. All right, so what's next? Benny?
Yeah, look to yourselves that we lose not those things which we have wrought, but that we receive a full reward. Whosoever transgresseth and abideth not in the doctrine of Christ hath not God. He that abideth in the doctrine of Christ, he hath both the Father and the Son.
Okay, so what's the doctrine of Christ? Love. Ain't that what it says? Because it's talking to Syria, right? It says, and now I beseech thee, Syria, not as though I wrote a new commandment. It says lady there, but this is a letter. It says, I wrote a new commandment, not as though I wrote a new commandment unto thee, but that I wrote a new commandment. Oh, I'm sorry, but that which we had from the beginning, that we love one another. So when we get down here and it says, who transgresseth and abideth not in the doctrine of Christ. What's the doctrine of Christ? He just told us up here to love one another. Isn't that the doctrine of Christ? Anybody?
Amen.
Okay, so if somebody is backbiting and gossiping about your brother and sister, they're not abiding in the something is wrong with their doctrine. While they're trying to say that everybody's doctrine, something's wrong with your doctrine. You're supposed to love your brothers and sisters, but instead you backbite, gossip, cause division like a child. This is the junk that I'm talking about. And because there are some that are weak in their faith, they get deceived by these people to believe that it's okay to hate. It's not okay. It's not okay to hate.
They're trying to protect new believers. I know this sounds stupid and I should know this, but so whenever somebody comes and they say, you know, we're supposed to take care of and guard and protect new believers, is this lie? Is that a lie?
Okay, how do we protect new believers? How do we do it?
Well, the situation yesterday was because they came up saying something that wasn't something that the person believed. So they were saying, they were kind of ugly to the other person. And so they said that the only reason why they got ugly with them was because that there's too many new ears in the room for them to allow them to come in and spread lies.
Okay.
So
all right. So let me just say this. So the idea is to protect new believers, right? That's the idea, right?
That's what they said. Yes.
Okay. So how are we supposed to protect new believers? How?
By washing their feet.
Okay, that's one way.
By teaching them to love, man. You teach them to love.
Yes. You teach them to love. So let me show you something. Let me show you something that is not a characteristic of God. Okay? It is not God's characteristic in this time, in this day and age under grace. It is not his characteristic to do anything outside of love. So when we say, oh, well, I just did that, it was because of love, I don't know the situation you're talking about, okay? So I'm not going to speak on that situation. What I'm telling you is this. As a mother, okay, just notice and there's so many scriptures that back this up. This is what you have. You have people that are saying, no, you have to handle it like this. So let me ask you this. Can you handle it legalistically? Can you use the law and say, "Oh, I'm trying to keep all the little pigeons together, and I'm the like the daddy bear or the mama pigeon, and I'm trying to keep all the." We can do that, right? So let me ask you this: do we use fear or love to protect young Christians? Love, right?
Yep.
Okay, so all you have to do, and when these people tell you, "Oh, I was loving," use your own head. Was that loving? Was that really loving? Right? So if and again, I'm not talking about your situation. I'm not even, I have no idea what you're referring to. I do not know. But watch this. Let's say, let's say that, okay, like for instance, Jessica, you do have a child. Which one would you say is more true? Is it more true to give your kid a big list of things to stay away from, right? For their good, right? Stay away from deep water. Do this, do that. Is it better to write a list of all the things that your child is supposed to be scared of or be aware of? Or is it more beneficial to just teach your kid how to love people? Which one's more beneficial?
To teach and show your kids how to love.
Okay, so if someone is claiming they're discipling, they should be teaching how to show love overall. Instead of this fear tactic, oh, I can't let them in. I can't, that they're doing it under their own will. God has no reign there. And again, I'm not talking about the live you're on. I'm saying when someone is claiming that they are discipling or teaching or preaching, whatever they're claiming, but they're claiming to be a leader in some sort, they should be a perfect example of love. I'm not saying that they should be perfect, but they should be, eventually you'll see it balance out, that there's more love in what they're talking about than there's not. Like, this person's not causing division. They're not going to everybody and saying, hey, stay away from this person. Hey, I got to protect you because you're stupid. You can't think for yourself. Hey, let me protect you. Hey, I got to protect you. Hey, this is a very worrisome mindset. And all these people are doing is spreading worry, and they're spreading strife. That's not spreading love. That's not love. Going around and
divisive.
Very divisive. That's all it is. It's a snake in the grass attitude. It's the serpent back at work. That is not God. And so what these people are doing is they're trying to make people believe that they're being very protective and they're doing that. Well, use the word to be protective. Talk about love. Tell people how we're supposed to love one another. That's what we talk about. We talk about love. We talk about being one body. We talk about being one spirit. Not calling do what?
No, I was gonna say, and Jessica, just notice, and I'm like, I don't know who you're talking about, what you're talking about. I'm just saying in general because I have to watch this myself too. Just notice
how people always come against what somebody else is saying. Oh, I gotta protect them. But everything they say is free to go forward. But else can say anything. You know what I mean? So just be mindful of that when you see that. You know what's going on.
Yeah, and you know, what I asked was because it's not. You guys keep saying about alive, but you know, it's not even about alive. It's about everywhere I go.
Oh, I know. Listen. There's a small group. There's a small group that I'm working with right now. I'm dealing with it right now, and it's not on TikTok. It kills me when people think that TikTok. I don't understand it. Listen, TikTok is just a platform. That's it. Okay. But in the real world out here, there is a small group where I'm dealing with a lot of church hurt, and there's only like maybe 40 people in the small group. It ain't real big, but it's big enough because they don't fit in the house anymore, right? These people started in the house, and so the dude came up to me and was like, "Hey man, this is what kind of going on," and so it's happening there. Like it almost happened. Like dude, if this person would have continued to do what they were doing, this group would have split. It would have been like, basically 20 and 20. It was going to happen in this small group. It happens all the time where these people lie and say, hey, so this person comes in their small group and their whole thing was to wait to see what this person is teaching. And then all they do is they go study only how to refute what they're saying. This is crazy. They are not moved by the Spirit to teach anything. They just go listen to what this person is saying only so they can refute. Bro, we're all one body. You don't need to refute. If this person is saved and you think they're missing it somewhere, love them anyway. Why are you going around behind their back and trying to get everybody to hate them? It's happening right here in real life. Now, I'm not talking about TikTok. It's happening in real life. And so, I only know like 5 or 6 people that's actually in this thing, but they just called and asked, hey, what do you think? And I was like, well, do you know what and they go, yeah, they hate it. Trust me. They do not like that they know who it is. They wish they didn't know who it was. Some of these people, they want to be at peace so much. They wish that the split would have just happened and they didn't know why, because a lot of people just want peace. But it came out that this person for months have been going around literally hating and backbiting and gossiping about the person that's running the small group. Listen, in politics, how does politics work? If somebody's running for office, what do? They try to find dirt on one another. Ain't that what the world does? Why are we allowing this corrosive, hateful attitude to infiltrate Christianity, and now we're going to do the same thing politicians do? Guys, you need to start recognizing this stuff. Do it as quick as you can, because if not, you're going to be going from one small group to another to another. There are people, they have never been in a good small group longer than 6 months because they keep hating everybody, and they want, and then for some people, it's, I want to be the leader. Some want this person to be the leader. And listen, everywhere there are people, there's always going to be this. So anyway, these people call me and they're like, yeah, it's this person right here. So finally what happened is about 5 or 6 people came up to the person and they made it very clear, we're not trying to gossip, but we think you need to know this. So this person came to a lot of the people one at a time. Let me tell you, they do it one at a time. And they plant the seed of discord one at a time. And then they go to another person, little by little, they make little comments. Oh, I don't know why you listen to that. Oh, wow, that's crazy. I don't know why you do that. And then they come over, here and do it to this person. And before you know it, there's 4 or 5 people questioning, oh, well, so we shouldn't listen to this person? Bro, like what? So it didn't work. So a handful of these people, it didn't work. So they went up to the guy and said, hey, we need to let you know, man, this person's been doing this. Well, we didn't believe the person. So, but this person has already made another 5 or 6 people believe. So the ones that didn't believe, by that time, half the people were confused. Should we be listening to you or not? Because this person says this and this. But you know what? That person not one time had a conversation with the one leading the small group. Never, not one time. But that person talked to everybody else. Guys, It's happening in real life over here. It happens in any small group. That's YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, whatever. It happens. And if you are not wise to recognize when it's happening, then you're going to be one of those ones that's running around chasing small groups because you keep listening to other people on what group you need to be in. Let the Spirit tell you what group to be in. If the Spirit led you somewhere and you're being fed, why are you allowing a human to come, hey, you shouldn't be over there? That's what this group was. So what ended up happening, I said, well, I can't make a decision for you, but if y'all are being honest and you're telling me that that's what this person is doing, then all 5 of you and the person that's running the group needs to confront that person and say, hey, why are you coming in here telling all these people not to listen to me? And so that's what they did. And that person had nothing to say. Nothing. All they could do is say, well, I just don't agree with what you're saying. Oh, I just don't agree with what you're saying. And they're like, so? Do you not understand what they made this person do? They made this person look at all them in the face and say, what does it matter if you don't agree with some things that I'm saying? Oh, well, it's because no. Nobody in the world, nobody is going to agree with anybody 100%. It's never going to happen. Don't you understand? So if someone comes up and says, well, I don't agree with that. I don't know. First of all, who are you? I can understand if God came and said, hey, like literally God came and said, hey, I don't agree with nothing that person is saying. Oh, well, there's validity there. God himself is saying, but when someone comes and says, well, God sent me to save you from this person. Really? What have the Spirit been telling you for the past, again, these people have been doing a small group for a year, but this person has only been in there for about maybe 3-4 months and already divided them into two already. Just by simply saying, I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't agree. Okay, don't agree. Just because you don't agree doesn't mean you divide people just because you don't agree. It's happening. It's very prevalent. It happens a lot. And it is because there are baby Christians that are trying to learn and they get confused. Who's confusing you? Who? You need to ask yourself, who's causing confusion? What's wrong with me sitting with this person? So they got to try to discredit the person. Guys, it happens in politics every day. If you see someone playing those type of politics, if you see someone saying things like, I don't know how people still let you in our small group. If you hear people talking like that, I don't know how you're still allowed to be in our small group. What? Why are you so divisive? Why are you steadily trying to get certain people out in? You're not protecting nobody. You're protecting yourself. You're protecting your belly. You're doing nothing but what Satan does, which is kill, steal, and destroy. You're killing relationships. You're destroying the word, and you're doing your own will when you do that. You are not doing God's will. And when they try to go to the Bible and try to show you, oh, it's okay. Look, what I'm doing is okay. It's in Scripture. You better go study that Scripture out for yourself, and you better make sure what they're saying about that person is true. Okay? So, now I haven't dealt with this like out here in the real world. It's probably been a couple of years, but this just happened not even a month ago. This has been going on for a month. So long story short, they bring the person up, say, hey, why have you been going around? That person was like, well, that person couldn't say that they weren't saying these things. They didn't just have one person. They had 5. They go, yeah, you told me that he's wrong about this and she's wrong about this. And you're going up to everybody complaining about, the gospel is not about you complaining on what you don't agree on. Look, if you don't agree, you don't agree. Guess what? There's other people that don't agree too. There's all these people on the panel right here. I guarantee you they can go in their notes and say, hey, on this day at this time, I disagreed with Trot right here. I don't see them running and backbiting and talking. I don't see them doing all that. I mean, I'm not saying nobody has. What I'm saying is everybody is going to disagree with something that somebody is saying. It happens. But when you turn that into, well, since I disagree, I must let everybody know. Something's wrong with the doctrine of love in this person. The doctrine of love. Yeah.
Let me read something real quick here about love. By the way, I refute the Book of Revelation all the time in private. Y'all just don't see it. But so going into First Corinthians chapter 13, it talks about love. Charity is agape. It's agape love. And it says, charity suffereth long, and it is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth itself not. It is not puffed up. It does not have itself unseemingly. Seeketh not her own. Is not easily provoked. Thinketh no evil. I think that's good where it says thinketh no evil, right, Charles? So every time we say something on TikTok, people say it's about them. It's like, bro, you're thinking evil. Like, you're not thinking with love. You're thinking somebody's attacking you. And it has nothing to do with you. That's your own conscience, your own mind, your own flesh telling you that. It says, rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoice in truth. Bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. Charity never fails. But whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, they shall vanish away. For we know in part that we prophesy in part, but when we which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away. Verse 11 is very important. It says, when I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. God did not put them away for him. He had to make the decision to put these things away, to understand the difference between childish things and mature things, to say, this is childish, put this away. This is mature. This is where I need to walk in. And I tell that to guys all the time, like, bro, there was a transition in Paul where he went from thinking as a child to thinking as a man. And it's about time we start putting the childish away, recognizing them and putting them away. That's all I had. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to be talking about this a little bit more because this issue at hand that happened about a month ago, it's finally come to it's been resolved. Basically what they did is I was kind of there to either come into agreement on how they feel like they're going to handle it, but I left the choice up to them. What they decided to do is they were going to have a regular, fellowship like they do. And that person just asked that person directly to their face, hey, look, man, if you don't like, being in this home group, there's other home groups you can join. So the person made that person make a choice. Look, man, I think I've heard enough about all the backbiting and the negativity that you're bringing to this room. We had no issues here until you came. We're not running a cult, and they went over scripture. I mean, they said, look, we believe that that God came in the flesh, okay, and that Jesus was crucified, rose again on the third day, and we are all saved by his grace through faith. And then they asked that person, do you believe that? And the person said, at least we agree on that. Now, if you don't agree on things that I view the Bible, then that's all it is. But to sit here and act like that there's this big issue, there's no big issue. We didn't have big issue until you came in the picture. So if anybody wants to leave because they don't believe that this is a good home group, guys, let this be your last day. I mean, and of course, some of what they said is pretty much right on with what I told them. Look, just make it very clear, man. Do you want to be in this home group or not? So that person was like, well, but they wouldn't answer. That one person wouldn't answer if they wanted to be in the group or not. So they said, look, we're not going to tell you to stop coming, but we gave you an opportunity. Want to be here or you don't want to be here. Person did not say. So watch this. If what the person was teaching was so wrong, why wouldn't they just say, I don't want to be here? Why wouldn't they just say that? Because they wanted to continue to sow discord. That's why. Because they've made it evidently agree, which means they're there to sow. Means they probably do agree with a lot what they're saying, but they want their own home group. It's crazy how people's minds work. So the person said, hey, look, we gave you an opportunity to answer but instead of answering, you decided not to. So we're going to make the decision for you. We don't believe that this group is for you. I'm not sure what group is, but this is what we're going to do. I'm going to ask you, just do us all a favor. If you can't answer us, just don't come back then. And they're like, well, see, and then right there, they wanted to argue and debate. They just wanted to argue and debate. I know who you are talking about. Daniel, beloved, there is no way you know who I'm talking about, because I'm talking about people in the real world. I'm not talking about TikTok. Y'all kill me when y'all, guys, I talk to people about God on the phone, I don't know why y'all think I'm talking about, because TikTok, there's small groups, but I have never been part of anybody's small group on TikTok. So I don't know anything about any of that. But Daniel, I'm talking about stuff in Texas, bro. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with. No, it's okay. But again, I know that stuff happens. I know that stuff happens on TikTok, but I'm talking about something that's happening. I see it in the real world. I don't have to see a lot of it on TikTok. I've seen it on TikTok, but I don't have to see it anywhere. I know it happens. People come with their own agenda, and they're all about making their own team. It's not about all of us being one body. They want to have like a team, and I get it. But give me a second. Easy.
Man, I go on mute for a second and everybody's quiet. What happened? Oh yeah, for sure.
Boy, that was a belly dancing show right there.
I'm saying. That's all that was.
Yeah.
When you showed up to that small group, we all in here, we already described what you look like. We already said from the feet on up. From the bottom, you showed up with your ostrich boots on, your white tag jeans, your collared priest shirt, right? You had your collared priest shirt on. Your Jude said you had your 1600 King James Big Bible.
God.
And your infantry hat on. That's how you showed up to this meeting.
And
yeah.
Rosary.
Yeah, that's exactly how I showed up.
And your incense. You came in there in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Yeah. Hey, I came in there. Hey, let me see real quick. Look. I came in there. Hey, bro, I came in there like this.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Hey, you was burning, but instead of burning incense, you was burning pecan wood.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was burning mesquite, pecan, and hickory all at the same time.
He went in there and smoked them, literally.
Smoked them out.
You went in there like that.
Yeah, but anyway, I was trying to like just kind of come to the end of this. So what ended up happening is they said, look, man, this is what we're going to do. Guys, hold on.
Unknown caller.
You see what happens when you make fun of the Jesuits? They cut your internet off.
All right, so
hey, that's true.
Well, anyway, so what ended up happening is they said, look, guys, you know, this is just going to be a discussion. If anybody's got something to say, there was a few people that said some things, and there was one person that was like a baby. Like, I think that if I'm not mistaken, this person got saved and some other things, like all in a matter of like 6 months. So this person hasn't been saved long. And this person said that when that person was trying to come to them and they already knew better. See, let me tell you something. Street smarts help you a little bit, man. They really do. And this person recognized that what that person was doing was wrong. They were just like, what? Aren't we all in this together? Why are you talking bad about this person right here? Like, what? You know, like, and this person's trying to make everyone believe that, well, you know, the Holy Spirit told me and the Holy Spirit. And I said, no, you're lying. Holy Spirit ain't tell you nothing.
Buddy said, I'm a Bible scholar. I could tell when it's wrong.
Oh, my Lord, bro. Bible. Everybody, if you're saved, you got the Spirit inside of you. And all you have to do is ask the Spirit, is this true? If you're unsure, then you're just unsure. But if someone comes up to you and says, oh, well, let me explain how it's not, tell them, I don't want you to explain how that's not true. Why don't you talk to me about Jesus? See if they can talk to you about Jesus, and then tell them, leave everybody out of it. You talk to me about Jesus. So anyway, long story short, what they ended up doing is they said, hey, guys, you know, we're going to go ahead and pick up tomorrow on, you know, whatever the topic was. And they had about 40 people. Okay. When they came back to the house to meet up for the next small group, that person did not show up, and one other person did not show up because they wanted to go hang out with that one person, which is probably good that person left with them. So if you ever have a small group and some person comes in with the conniving attitude of like politics and all this, rather than understanding that we're all one body, if a person does that and another person leaves with them, guys, let them leave. You don't use hate against hate. That is the worst thing you can do. If we're supposed to show who Christ is, the best way to show who Christ is to be Christ. I'm not talking about being perfect, okay? I still call people knuckleheads and all that stuff. I'm saying when it comes to dividing the body of Christ, don't do that. Don't be those people. And so that person that started all the nonsense, they didn't come back. And one other person, so, you know, now there's 38 or 37, whatever the number is, but it's already been about a month. Bro, they haven't had a problem. That person was the problem the whole time. So if people are making Christianity hard for you, get away from those people. Get away from them. They need to go learn how to love. Matter of fact, you need to start teaching them how to love. That's what you ought to do. And if they don't want to hear how to love, then I'm not sure why you're around these people in small groups. Guys, first of all, I'm not talking about TikTok. Okay. Get in a small group at some church near you. Start mingling with some people and talk to them about God. And if they're telling you, oh, well, I don't believe that. Okay. Oh, well. Oh, well, you don't believe it. You don't see it. You don't understand it. Oh, well, you don't got to argue like a fool for 10 hours over the same topic. It's not that serious. Steph, what is going on? Benny, what are we looking at?
She was in a meeting.
Oh, she's in a meeting. Benny, what are we looking at? Yogurt?
We got milk.
Oh, let me look at it. Hold on. Let me blow it up. Let me blow it up. Hold on, let me blow it up, bro. Man, how come it ain't letting me? Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that look good.
Honey.
Oh, is that grape? Is that grapes or blueberry?
There goes the neighborhood.
Is that grapes or blueberry?
There goes the neighborhood.
Is that grape or blueberry?
Grapes.
You got that new wine with it too. That new wine.
Let's see.
Oh, bro.
Steph Lynn, sorry, Steph Lynn, what are you sorry about? Did I miss something?
Hey, these mugs got a snap to them too, boy.
Is that grapes or blueberry? Is that grapes or blueberry? Grapes.
Dog said grapes like 3 times, bro.
Okay, so if I didn't hear him, what's the problem?
Because every time when we answer a question, if we don't, if we ask you the question twice, good Lord, you lose your mind.
You liar, bro. You're such a liar. Why you lie? Why you being decisive? Hey, why you being why you causing division? Causing division.
God bless everybody, y'all.
What's up, Hulk? What's going on, man?
Going on, bro? I got a lot going on at the house now. I got to get on. I got my house getting pressure washed. About to put it on the market, bro.
About to put it on the market.
I thought you was gonna paint it red and gold.
That sucker sold. It's sold already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna move? Are you moving to a different state or?
Nah.
All the jerseys he got.
I bought some new land, probably about 15 minutes here. I got 5 acres and it's like flat land. And I'm building a new house and got a new building put on it. So yeah, it's starting all over again pretty much. I don't know if y'all heard while I was in the hospital, my wife left me, so it's all good though, brother.
Oh,
amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Now go on.
Yeah. So the Christ in us never stops being amazing. Never. No matter what stance you're in, you're doing amazing. Now, I always tell people, because people will get confused. They'll say, well, you're going such a hard time. Why are you lying? I had someone call me, and Dre knows about the hard time I was going through here recently, but I had someone call me and say, hey, man, can you put all that military stuff to the side, man? How are you doing? So listen to what this person thought, that I'm acting tough because I used to be in the military. That's what this is what this person thought. I was like, military? I was like, what are you talking about, bro? Oh, well, you got this persona. I said, bro, whoa, if that's where you think I'm getting the strength to stay strong, you are mistaken. I said, bro, the way I'm being is all biblical. And when I said that, they're like, oh, well, yeah. All of a sudden, everything changed. I said, whoa. I said, hold on. I said, obviously, you called me because you thought you were going to get me to be real with my feelings. Brother, let me tell you how your feelings lie to you. So I dove into them. I said, are you asking me how my Oh, I did. I said, are you asking me how my circumstances are? Or are you asking me how? Well, no, I'm asking you how you are. I said, okay, then I answered right. I'm doing amazing. I said, now, if you ask you how my circumstances are doing bad, I don't know what I'm talking to here. There's a difference between my circumstance and I tell people all the time, you need to get this understanding as soon as you can. As soon as you can understand this, that your circumstances are not who you are. Your job is not who you are. In your soul, that's who you are. And your soul is either going to be listening to the Spirit, which means you're not going to be in a good mood, you're not going to be at peace, or you're going to be listening to your spirit, which means you're at peace because you're listening. to the Spirit. God tells us to rejoice always. He doesn't say, hey, rejoice until the circumstances are bad. That's not what it's saying. It's saying rejoice regardless of the circumstance. No matter what the circumstance is, rejoice in the Lord. Not rejoice in the circumstance. How can you, hold on, how can you rejoice in a sad circumstance? God is not telling you to rejoice in the circumstance. He's telling you to rejoice in him. So, but after I had a talk with that person, they didn't call me again about that because I had to school them that your approach is wrong. I'm doing amazing. And you think I'm faking it to make it. No. If you fake it to make it, that will fail you. In a very short period of time, you'll fall apart because it's not rooted in you what it is that I'm discussing here, what the Bible teaches. The Bible teaches this. That's what I'm discussing. So, Hulk, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, brother, what I do now, what I've learned through, being around you last 3 years, you talk to your problem about Jesus, not Jesus about your problem.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. You command your problem to leave and you talk to it about Jesus. You don't go to Jesus about your problem. He's already give you all the tools and everything you need to take care of what you need to take care of. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say this dude Trot, he definitely different, bro. 100%. I mean, it was funny because when I would talk to him, it would be like, he would just say stuff like, so whatever the circumstance was, he'll be like, so these two thoughts came into my head, right? The first one was like, I really want to say this, something bad. And then my other thought tells me, you should do this. It's something good. And you know how Trot talks. He'd be like, so, Bubba, I sat there and I was like, well, these two things couldn't have came from the same place.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because the circumstance that had came my way, me and Dre just talking, and I'm trying to just show him why it's so easy to stay at peace. So I'm like, all right, so in my flesh, or I didn't say it in my flesh like that first. I was like, so I was thinking this, and I was like, okay, that's a thought. And then another thought came and it was like this. And I was like, And what I was trying to show him is if you slow down, you can tell which one's coming from God and which one's not. You can tell if you just slow down. And I'm like, So now watch this. If you choose the good thought, the right, true thought, and why do you know that's not from Satan? Bro, how can both good and bad come from one? How can the right choice come from your flesh, and how could the bad choice come from the Spirit? So as long as you're honest with yourself, like for instance, I'll give you an example. If I'm walking down the street and let's just say someone mistakes me as someone else, and they just start calling me names, all because they think I'm someone else, but I don't know that. I think they're talking to me, which they are talking to me, but in their head, they think I'm someone else. And they're like, hey, you dumb so-and-so. And I'm hearing in my head, oh, I'm about to use some vulgarities on this dude. Like I'm about to go off. So I can easily say, okay, I could do that. Or I could just walk away and be like, okay, there ain't no way this dude's talking to me because I don't even know who this dude is. Mm-hmm. So let's say I listen to that and walk off. And then 5 minutes later, the guy's in the store and he's like, hey, bro, man, I thought you were somebody else. Okay. Let's say he walks in the store and he really was talking to me. Hey, bro, you almost ran me off down the road 2 blocks. What? What do you mean? Bro, when you went right, you almost ran me off the road. And hopefully you got a witness. Hey, did I? Well, yeah, I think you did. Well, dang, dude, my bad. My bad, bro. Like maybe he was talking to you, saying we don't have to respond the way that your flesh is trying to get you to respond. You don't have to. That's what I'm saying. And yeah.
Like the guy in the grocery store that we saw, the Habibi in the grocery store at
Walmart. Bro. Hey, that happened real time, bro. Right in front of us. Real time. There was a dude, he was pushing a cart, and there was another guy basically in the aisle, right in the center with his elbows out. Like, bro, there's hardly any room to go around this dude. And me and Dre, the guy that's at a stop, He's facing us. So me and Dre are going around him on our right side, which is his left side. And there's a guy, I don't know, he might have had a motor in that freaking cart. That guy was getting it. Obviously, he's in a rush. Well, right in front of him is someone at a standstill, bro. So he's like, and he goes around him and he's like, hey, bro, I was like, whoa, like it just happened right there before me and Dre said, hey, bro, let's get out of here. Let's get out. I don't know. Like he's mad at that guy and he's like, get out the way. And the other guy's on his phone. He's like, what? Like, okay. Right. Now, first of all, should he be in the middle of the aisle? No. But the dude that's coming up behind him obviously don't know how to harness his emotions. He was all in his emotions. Huh?
He was ready to hit the red button, boy.
Yeah, bro. Looked like he wanted to fight over being in my way. I was like, yeah. I was like, hey, bro, let's get out of here, bro. Like, this, you know. Then you got, but you know, I think the point that and we're going to talk about this some more. Probably need to get into, I know we're talking about sleep probably tomorrow, right? I think.
Yeah. We doing sleep tomorrow.
Yeah.
And real quick,
We just went over sleep.
Quick announcement. If you guys are planning, the fellas, if you're planning on going to the next DeScaled live, please hit me up in the DM so I can have a good head count. That way I know what I need to do moving forward. Otherwise, if you don't hit me up, hey man, you might have to just figure your own way there and your own accommodations. But if you do want to come and you're trying to kick it with us, I need to know ASAP so that I can figure out lodging and all the logistical stuff.
Hey Trey, where y'all gonna be at, bro? Where y'all gonna be?
I think we're going to Denver, man. We're gonna come here. That was our next stop, anyways. We kind of just did the other one to accommodate. Denver's cheap. The flights are cheap here. It's a hub for Frontier. So like Benny found round trip tickets for $69. So it's real cheap. So if you're coming, just please hit me up in the DM, or if you're on the Telegram group, hit me up there so I can start making a list. I'm gonna do my whole layout, my Excel spreadsheet, the cost, all that stuff. I got to get all that stuff in because we're trying to hit it for maybe we're thinking June. Just so y'all know, we're thinking June.
Around June. So that's plenty of time to, number one, make your plans, like just about for anything. And number two, it's going to help get a decent rate on the round trip. So, and there might be people that don't live far. If you want to drive, that's fine. And I don't think we say this enough. There was for sure 3 females that I know of that wanted to come, and I know 2 of them for sure are married or have a significant other. I didn't ask the third if this person was married or not. So like, I mean, guys, we're all adults here, okay? So, you know, I don't think it's too much to say this, but you know, I don't want a female to think that they're not invited. Guys, it's not hard. Can come. I don't mean stay the night like in the house with all the guys. I mean, if your wife is coming with you, I understand it. What I'm trying to say is, you know, I'm not trying to play the whole like, you know, do what you're told woman. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying that there are a lot of guys that are married that are coming. And for a woman that's not married to show up, guys, if I really have to go down a list why that should not happen, fine, then I will. Number one, okay, men and women attractive. Okay. If you don't know that, it's true. Men find women attractive, and women find men attractive. So even though you mean well, the flesh is its own beast, and you cannot trust your flesh. You can't trust it. So I'm gonna say the little thing.
Boy, you smart, Trot.
So I'm gonna say this real quick. Listen, I'm gonna say it again. I would say this right in front of my heifer. Listen, if I'm at Starbucks and a 25-year-old girl who is beautiful walks up to me and I know her from a church and she's like, "Hey, Trot, can you take me home?" No, you better not get in my car. Nope, you're not getting in my car. Listen, guys, I'm going to say it again. This is not hard, okay? Most guys are animalistic in comparison to women. That girl is trying to tell me her car broke down. I'm looking at her car. So I know her. I'm like, well, that is her car. Hey, what's wrong? I try to go over there and start it. It won't start. Okay. I'm not a mechanic. But she's like, hey, just take me. I only live a mile. You better not get in my car. You're not getting in my car. I'm not going to say that out loud, but in my head, you ain't getting in my car, girl. So what do? Hey, listen, can you call a cab or what? A cab? What do you call it? Uber? Call Uber or whatever. Oh, well, I don't have any money. Oh, is that the problem? Don't worry. I'll get one here. I'm buying an Uber right then and there. Hey, what's your address? Brrr, all of it. I'll explain the money expense to the old heifer later, but you ain't getting in my car. You ain't getting in my car. Listen, it's not because now the intention may be good. Okay. I may say, oh, you only live a mile down the road. Oh, yeah, come on, get in. As soon as you do that, you're literally saying that you trust your flesh. That's what you're saying. I trust my flesh. Only a fool trusts his flesh. That's number one. Number two, it don't look right. It doesn't look right. I'm married and I'm going to be driving around with some cute girl in my car. Bro, it doesn't look right. Use your head, okay? It doesn't look right. Look, anytime my wife introduced me to one of her friends that maybe I've never met and I meet her, I shake her hand. Duh, we just met. But if I get to know him and it's been 3 years, 4 years, we are never on hugging status. I do not hug you ever. There are female friends that I know since high school. The first time that I've seen one in like 20 years, right in front of my wife, I went over there and I did give her a hug. I've known that girl since we were kids. And of course, my wife knew who that was. It wasn't an issue. But you got to be real. Do you think if I'm around that girl more and more, I'm going to hug her every time I see her? No. I gave her a hug because I ain't seen her in 20 years. But every time I see her, I'm not going to go up there and hug her. No, it's done. The hey, it's been 20 years. How are you doing? Hug is done. Done, dude. I'm not doing it. My wife, I don't care if she's known people for 10, 15 times she sees them. Guys, that the flesh profiteth nothing. And there are people that are so rebellious, they just do whatever they want to do. Well, guess what? You're not supposed to do whatever you want to do. I think all of us have learned that when you just do whatever you want to do, it's going to come back and bite you in the butt. Do not do whatever you want to do. Okay. Be cordial. Do the thing that is the harder thing to do, which is actually the right thing rather than the easy wrong thing. So I'm saying all that to say this. This has nothing to do about the He-Man's Woman Haters Club. Okay. It has nothing to do with that. This is not a guy's ministry. I even heard someone say that not too long ago. Well, it's more like a guy's ministry. No, there you go, causing division again. Let the guys have their ministry, girls. Let's go have ours. God, this is not a guy's ministry, okay? But it is easier for the guys to go hang out with each other, okay? It's just easier. You start bringing women in there, and you got guys that can't trust their flesh. You got women who can't trust their flesh, and before you know it, everybody's pregnant. Listen, you can sit here and play games all. Listen, listen. Hold up. Time out. Listen, we can sit here and play these. We can sit here and play these games all we want to, but there are females that are in prison and they get pregnant by guards all the time. All the time, guys. Okay, so
I'll tell you what.
Hold on, let me finish real quick.
When he does come,
huh?
You better know we bring our GI Joes, and they do.
Oh yeah,
they do fight.
They fight. Our GI Joes fight, and our He-Mans. So anyway, with that being said, I don't know if you know, and if you don't know, get out more, read some books. But there have been church gatherings, like what do you call them? Like church camps and stuff like that. People get pregnant all the time.
Oh yeah.
They get pregnant, and people are like, "Oh."
As a youth pastor,
Hold
bro,
on.
you see it. As a youth pastor, I used to have to fight these kids, bro. Like I used to have to put sentries and guards and fire watch at nighttime because these kids, man, listen, they don't and they don't know how to control themselves. Young adults don't know how to control themselves, and grown folks don't know how to control themselves either. Try to 100% on point. Bro.
So listen, this ain't got nothing to do with anything other than trusting the flesh is foolish. So it's not that we don't trust you, we just don't trust you. Okay, it's not hard. All right, but understand that I make it clear every time. Listen, I get it. I understand, like, if maybe you don't have a significant other, a boyfriend, a dad, or brother, or nobody can come with you, I'm with you. Trust me, if I was you and you're like, no, I don't care, I really want to go, I'm not saying you can't come. What I'm saying is, obviously you can't stay in the house with us, okay? So if you're an hour away or two, not far, and you want to drive down there and get a hotel and then come, during the morning, I get it. I don't think anybody's gonna be like, no, you can't even come in the house. No, that's fine. I mean, you're not gonna go anywhere but the table that we have set up. You're not gonna go in the back of come on, let's just keep it real. Okay. Let me see. So you're saying don't get
Dre, this guy, this guy, he talking about
he's so bad.
DeScaled live, and 9 months later, here we go. This guy here, man.
Yeah.
Hey, 9 months later, you got a DeScaled baby.
They're gonna be like, hey, tell us your story.
I can't.
Hey, tell us your story. Oh, the story's easy. Yeah. So there was these bunch of guys, these group of no-heads that got together talking about God, and I just adored him so much, and I got a baby by one. No, we're not gonna be having that on DeScaled. They ain't happening. They ain't happening. So.
And he is not the father.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and he is not the father.
That's hilarious.
So we got.
Trot is one of a kind, man.
So Samantha said, so you are saying don't get pregnant? Yes, and you know how you don't get pregnant? By not having intercourse. That's how. So I'm not saying don't get pregnant, use a condom. I'm not saying don't get pregnant, have all the sex you want. No. You know how you don't get pregnant? By not having sex. So if the seed does not enter the ground, there will not be a harvest. Get it? Let's see. What? News to me. That's right. All right. Anyway, so all that being said, everybody.
Temptation comes.
So anyway, with that being said, everybody's invited. But I think I laid it very clear on how the female humanoid is available. You can come during the live, and then when the live is done, and let me say this, if I have to go that far and say, hey, as soon as it gets dark, you need to be out of the house. Okay, so if it gets dark at 5 o'clock, good riddance. I don't know what else to tell you.
Amen.
So,
amen.
But let me add this. Hold on. Let me add this last part.
There will be a curfew.
The curfew is dark, before dark. That's curfew. So I don't care what time that is, but you're out before dark. But let me say this: if you think we don't want you there in person, you are wrong. I would like it if a whole bunch of females came for the live. I think that'd be amazing. But if you don't have order, you don't have nothing. So all I got left in this world is my integrity. And my integrity has failed me multiple times in the flesh. And every day we all work on trying to get our integrity back. And so it's, if you broke the law, you lost your integrity. If you don't understand what I'm saying, if you've ever broken the law, you've lost your integrity. You have none. Okay. You have no integrity. You've broken the law, but thank God we're under God's grace, and through his eyes, he sees us as unblemished, right? Because his son lives in us. So if we can all stay there, then we can reap there. But if we start getting back into the flesh, then we're going to reap of the flesh. And to be honest with you, I'm actually quite tired of reaping things in the flesh. So if you don't understand what that is yet, you probably don't even need to be on DeScaled. You probably need to go back to the world, let the world beat you up a few more years. Then you come back over here and be on a bending knee, right? So.
Hey, ladies, bring your own microphone too.
Yeah. No, don't say that, because they probably don't know which mic to bring. But
Hey, what do we know when this is happening?
Just got Dre.
Bro, June.
Yeah,
what's
what's the exact date, Dre?
Hey, do I need to bring my own mic too?
Yes, bruh. You said June.
Bruh.
Hey, Dre, do you know about what the date is exactly? I got some things going on.
No.
in June.
Guys, we don't.
All thing I can tell you is that it's going to be somewhere around June. I'm
Yeah,
waiting for
guys,
Trump to
listen.
finalize.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
going. I'm going.
Let me just say it. Look, for the last time, around June, obviously, in a short period of time, we'll have an actual date and an hour. Okay.
And
But
you get an Airbnb, right?
yeah, more than likely.
Yeah, well, it depends on how many people are coming. Then I can go from there, bro. That's what I'm.
Man,
waiting
what
on.
is all that noise, CJ? What is going on, man?
It's always CJ, bro.
It's always CJ. What is all that racket, bro? Now he's hey, watch. He's gonna blame his kid, bro. He's gonna blame his
Puts the
kid.
phone in his pocket and starts running miles.
Yeah, bro. It's like it's like.
Yeah, he
what?
puts his phone in his pocket. Like, yeah, I'm on a treadmill now, guys.
Yeah. hey, with that, it's not even muted.
I know. No, but Flip, to answer your question, I'm waiting for. I got to finalize the date first. So after me and Trot figure that out, then from there, I'm gonna see who all is coming, and then from there, I'm gonna put together a logistical plan and what the cost would be. So it's all about first. I got to go in steps. First, I got to lock in a date. After I lock in the date, I'm gonna lock in the people coming, and then after that, I'll lock in the cost and the location. So that's kind of how
man.
do it.
I like the Telegram group y'all got going to. That's smart, man. So we can talk to each other and figure things out.
Telegram group is great. Yep.
Telegram's awesome.
The Telegram group is definitely boys only.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, y'all got approximately what 5 months to get
Start
in
saving
shape.
money.
So if y'all didn't know, Benny, Brett said, "Man, you deceiving the people. You need to be putting that picture up there with some abs." I said, "The abs, they're like the law of Moses. They've been disannulled. They're done away." So,
bro,
we got 5 months to get it back in shape. I jumped on the scale last night. I was 245.
What?
Oh my Lord.
240.
In about 3 months, guys.
Bro, you don't look that, bro. You don't look that big, bro. 240.
Go, Benny, go, bro, go.
So
get that weight off, bro.
From 180, I went to 245 in about 3 months, and I did it on, I would say, somewhat purpose. I didn't think it was gonna happen that like it did, but boy, I'm telling you, I'm reaping the flesh. So
I'll be 240 by then.
So we got 5 months. I'm challenging y'all to get in shape with me. I'm gonna start posting my stuff again because I'm full blown at it. I'm not playing no more games. When y'all see me on the next DeScaled Live, them ass is gonna be ripping.
Hey, Benny.
I'm gonna show you how to get it done.
Hey, Benny.
I trained for 5 years, bro. I trained 5 years. I can give you some pointers if you want.
I'm about to be on it, Benny. And a matter of fact, because when we was in Tulsa, we might have been very active and very spiritual. Our spirit was working hard. It was learning. But man, that flesh was a slothful, lazy, wicked servant laying in that couch for 15 hours a day, listening to scriptures and eating food,
let me tell you.
Tulsa, bro. I gained weight in Tulsa, bro.
Let me tell you.
What were you eating?
Benny, let me tell you, bro. When we go to Colorado, you better get all your workout in, because when we get to Colorado, bro, y'all gonna sit your butt down and eat pizza. I ain't trying to hear this trash. Y'all gonna eat. We're gonna eat.
Snowboard over there. Yeah, I'm bringing my snowboard.
What date in June? We got to June. I'm gonna show everybody, because this is gonna be motivation for y'all. I'm gonna show how how I look right now, and y'all gonna see the transformation in 5 months and how it can be done. And it's gonna be about a 50-pound transformation. So
violation, Victoria.
Hey, challenge accepted.
Violation, Victoria.
Hey, Benny,
100%
violation. For real.
Victoria, that's a violation. That is not pizza. Sorry. You see that nonsense in the comments, right?
Yeah, I see it. Cauliflower pizza.
That's a violation.
Man, that ain't pizza, bro. It ain't no plant. Forget
challenge accepted, Benny.
I made a pizza. Let's all get in the best shape we can.
Yeah, I'm gonna be posting my meals. I'm gonna be posting a few little tidbits on exercises that I do like I did last time. But I'm letting y'all know today is day one. If y'all want to jump on board, man, let's all make a difference. It don't take long, guys. I'm
All
telling you.
right. You
All
lose
right, day
in on
one, day
game.
one, Benny.
You can start
I'm gonna
and
take
break habits in about 20 days.
You're
day one,
losing
Benny.
on
I'm
my
gonna
big
take
game.
pictures. I'm gonna take pictures tonight, Benny. Day one. I'm
Okay.
going with you.
All
I'm
right.
gonna go with you, bro. Day one.
And I just told y'all my weight, y'all. I'm
All right.
245 on the scale last night. I was 245.
I'm
So
too.
I don't want to hear no excuses because listen, it's all science. It's calories in versus calories out, activity and exercising. So
So
y'all
right
finna
now,
see a
Benny,
new me.
It's speeding
I
up your
weigh
metabolism is the key,
I
bro.
weigh
Speeding
three.
up your
I weigh.
metabolism.
Hey,
I weigh.
hey. No, go ahead, Dre. Go
Hey, I
ahead.
ain't gonna make it.
I was gonna say, hey Benny, right now I weigh about 303. So by the time I get to Colorado,
Good
by the time
Lord,
y'all
have
come, I
mercy.
should
He
be.
is a jock.
Hey, Dre,
You don't
read.
weigh no 303, man.
Hey, Dre, read Stephanie Morgan's message in the comment or
No,
comment.
you're through me.
It says you can always tell when Trot's over the top. Oh yeah, 100%. If Trot's not, hey, listen, if Trot's not talking, he's over the subject already. What are you talking about?
That's what she's talking. That's what she's saying. Brandon, what is going on, Brandon? What's the deal?
Hey, Dre, I wrote you, and I was thinking you guys were in Florida, and then when I heard Denver, I was like, oh, I can't go. I don't fly. I've been in a plane crash before. I just don't fly. I've literally been in a so I won't fly. But I'd love to be there and hang out with you guys.
Were you in a little plane or a big plane, bro?
It was like a 12-seater.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't get one of them never.
Hey, is it a single engine plane?
Oh, it was a jet looking thing.
Yeah.
Well, hey, listen, man. I think we all been in car accidents before. We jump right back in the car, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Three.
My friend tells me, Brandon, if you've been in one plane crash, you should never be afraid to get in another plane again because the odds of it happening twice is now gone up from 1 million to 1 to 5 million to 1. So
hey, one time I was, hey, Brandon, one time I was in this plane, right? And we was flying into Colorado and I was sitting next to an Islamic believer and the plane started shaking, right? It started shaking like a sinner in church.
Yeah.
Man, that Islamic believer started, hey, listen, he started, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, whatever. And after,
bro.
When he looked over and he saw I was just sitting there chilling, he was like, man, how you doing? I said, Jesus, man, you gotta say Jesus. He's like, Jesus. How quickly we forget about Allah when it really hits the fan.
Yeah.
Everybody believes Jesus.
Yeah, they do.
I lived 25 miles from the Grand Canyon for many, many years, about 7 years. And when I was 18, I moved to Florida, drove here. But we lived in Oregon, and my aunt had breast cancer. So all 5 of us moved to Florida from Oregon. And we watched my aunt go 6 feet under. And it was just an experience, you know? And it's things that you have to overcome in life when you fly. And I get it. You know, it's hard.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brandon, either way, we're going to Colorado. And if you're able to come, regardless if you drive or fly, that would be amazing. I think meeting people in person, I hate to admit it, but it's true. Meeting people in person is more edifying than electronically.
Bring snowboard.
Yeah, so I'll say this real quick, and I don't think I made it clear, but if females, okay, if y'all want to, somebody take initiative, or y'all just get together and say, hey, at least 2 or maybe 3 of y'all, if y'all was to get an Airbnb not far from where we're at, like if you want to do that and come hang out during the live. Obviously, I wouldn't see a problem at all, but I'm just letting you know the guys can't leave after it's dark. I'm going to have the doors locked. Guys ain't going nowhere. But not just to be real though. I think it'd be cool. If y'all want to do that, that's great. But I always say, if you have a significant other, man, come with that person. That way it's, it's just, it just looks a little more cordial that way. But I understand not everybody has at the moment a significant other. I get that. But if the girls, the ladies want to, get their own Airbnb.
Since he's paused, I want everybody to know I'm buying an Earth roamer. I'm buying an Earth roamer.
What the heck is that, bro?
Look it up on YouTube. It's called an Earth roamer.
Well, I'll tell you what Trotter saying is true though, because I'm telling you, my wife was like, I'm going to a podcast with a bunch of guys. Excuse me, you going what? With
I want to meet you guys. I've been hanging out with y'all all the time. I love it here. Thank you, Trot, for letting me come in.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I don't know. I think he said Earth Roamer. Is that what he said?
I'm looking it up right now.
What is that, bro?
Yeah,
it's one word, Earth roamer.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a big old. Okay, yeah, that's cool, bro.
It's an
That's really cool.
F450. It's an F450 with a camper on the back of it, a big F450.
Yeah,
an F450. Wow.
Yeah, 550.
That's like a tow truck.
It's a 550.
Wow. F5.
Yeah, my brother's got one of them.
Okay. Let me see. Hold on. Let me blow that up real quick, bro. Hold on.
That's not the color I'm getting though.
That's like a tow truck, boy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's legit.
Jeez, that's like a bro. Hey, you make that up armored vehicle, bro. You be good.
Solar panels on this.
That's
thing.
armored.
Solar panels.
Yeah.
Hey, does it come?
Look at that. That's
Hey,
fire.
hey, does it come with the turret and a 50 caliber or what?
It's 850 grand.
Inside.
Oh my gosh.
Up the top.
Yeah, 50 grand.
That's pretty serious.
Look at the
Oh, hold on. I didn't know you were doing all that. Hold on a second.
I'm scrolling down as we're
Okay.
Look at that.
Yeah, just my wife.
That's a bed.
Just my wife and I.
Huh.
Oh, that's where you live.
There's like the
for real?
layout. It tells you
I
the
live in
layout.
Florida right now.
Interior. Oh yeah, that's it. Trot.
I love you,
right.
Trot.
Yeah, man. Hey, check it out. Let me make this last comment. Ladies, if somebody wants to take initiative and hit somebody up on the DMs and be like, hey, you know what? There's probably 2 or 3 of us that might come. It just depends where we're going. If you're close, great. If you're not, okay. Well, obviously, no one's telling you to travel. I'm just saying, if y'all want to, just hang out in person with DeScaled, because we're moving around where people live, and we're kind of just bringing DeScaled there. So far, it's been amazing. And, that's only because I hadn't been there. So I'm waiting for one to explode in our face. So women, y'all are invited to come and ruin. Oh, did I say it? Am I muted? Let me
Say that out loud.
Did I say it out loud?
You stupid.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
if the ladies get together and they tell me, if you DM me like 2-3 ladies, I will do all the logistical work for y'all as well. I'll just set it up. I'll make sure I find something that's nearby to make it easy on y'all. But I'm definitely not going out of my way to invite. This is the invitation. This is for guys and ladies. Y'all already know what it is. If you don't let me know in time, hey, it is what it is.
Thanks, God, dude. Oh.
Yeah.
And out to everyone, all the girls, and see which ones would be interested in going, to see if there would even be enough people to go.
Yeah. Yeah. So, hey, maybe not this time, but again, it just depends where we're going. There may be one where like literally it just happens that maybe 4 the women are only like an hour away. That may happen. So, either way. All right. I think we said enough about it, guys. Look, hey, has anybody on the panel got something to say before we go? Anybody? Say it now. Forever hold your peace.
Trot, you're right. Just don't put your... Oh, never mind. Go ahead, CJ. Go ahead.
Sorry. I said, yeah, I ain't coming. I got baby number 2 in early June.
Oh my God.
Yeah, brother, we might go to Florida after Colorado. I think that's.
Hey, even if we don't go to Florida, we might go to Texas again. Is Texas too far from you, Florida? Who is that? Is that Brenda? Brenda,
Yeah,
is Texas too far?
Bro.
Huh?
So far from Florida.
100% what?
Two opposite sides of the country, bro. It's far.
What part of Texas are you in, Troy?
It ain't that far.
Dallas?
Yeah, I'm in the
Are you
center.
in Dallas?
This is coming from the guy that won't drive 2 hours. He jumped on a plane for a 2-hour drive. Hush, I don't want to hear nothing from you about too far.
Wow,
Let me
definitely.
hold on. Are you done? Let me know when you're done talking. You done?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
All right. So, let me tell you what I did with that extra time. I don't see how it's relevant, but since someone is begging to know why I didn't drive, the reason I didn't drive is because I would rather go on a date with my wife at the restaurant in the airport than waste that time driving. So that's what I did. Not that it matters, but the reason that I'm not going to sit there in a car for 4 hours driving one way, 4 hours go, I use that opportunity to take my wife on a date. Okay? If you don't believe me, you can ask her.
You could have spoke to your wife for 4 hours there and 4 hours back. Intimate one-on-one time.
Yeah, but we had a date. We had a date. We're
sure.
actually focused on each other instead of staring at the road. So if you want to be honest, you can ask her. She will tell you. That's what I did. I serenaded my wife the whole time at the airport, and then we got some Starbucks, and then we got some Starbucks coffee, and then we got some Starbucks coffee. Ask her. Ask her.
Reward right here.
Ask her. You're the one that brought it up, bro. I'm not bringing this up. You started being hateful. We're one body, sir. One spirit.
Oh, hateful.
Hey, we're one body, one spirit.
Oh my God.
Hey, I got a question. Does anybody
There you go, Jude. See, Jude knows what I'm talking about right there.
Does anybody
Jude knows what I'm talking
snowboard this
about.
group?
What'd she say? What'd Jude say? Road trips are fun because then you can sing together. Yeah, but that's if both people see it that way. Me and my wife, we don't really care for road trips. See what I'm saying? We don't really care for them, man. We don't really care for them. It doesn't mean we're never going to do them, but
yeah, I like having my truck with me when I go somewhere. I just like having my ride, bro. It's just
what did
me,
Jordan?
though.
What did Jordan say? It's true. Trot told me last night.
Hey, did
Yeah,
any
it
of
is
y'all
true.
had to snowboard? Any of y'all snowboard?
Hey,
snowboard.
hey,
Anybody do that?
Hulk, I better get here. 11 o'clock. We are
Just asking they quit.
changing the subject. No, I'm not into snowboarding with the 49er logo on it.
No. Definitely no. I'm burning the firewood.
I'm burning.
All right, hey, flip Ryan, flipping Ryan. Y'all ain't said nothing in a minute. What's up? Hello.
What's up, man?
All right,
How's it going?
we're about to bounce, man. You got something to say before we go? Hello.
Flip, go Niners, flip.
Hey, I'll see y'all in Colorado.
Oh, that's good, man. Can't wait. Big, what's up?
Yes, sir.
I'll try to make it. Depends on what the date is.
Good day.
All right, guys. All right, we'll see y'all.
Eggs and Flip's making shrimp fried rice.
All right, we'll see y'all in the morning.
sir.
Hey, in the morning, we're talking about sleep. Don't forget, we're talking about sleep in the morning. God bless. See you.
I like it.